You can be a vexatious litigant.
Let's stop there. So pseudo-intellectuals like Hassan like to use big words that they don't understand.
I think he is a narcissist. I mean, when you watch that video, the narcissism rage at CoffeeZilla was insane because
You deny, you deflect, and then you counterattack the person who like launched this investigation on you, and you try to claim that like there's a hidden bias there. And most lizard brain dipshits who like love you unconditionally will go, oh, finally I have an out to defend this person, right?
Time for me to put in some work now, boys. Let's take a look at the Taylor Lorenz lore. The Taylor Lorenz lore in this drama is actually pretty significant. There's a lot of funny stuff that has happened here, and this has got to be probably my favorite thing that I didn't get to on Monday. So Taylor Lorenz, we're going to check this out in a minute and find out what exactly he said. If you guys don't know, was reporting on I don't know, what was it, like somebody fell into the river in Lego City or something? She was reporting on the protests that happened in Roblox and was like messaging a kid at like 4 a.m. I guess that she's claiming it was a time zone thing, but she's like DMing children to get their thoughts on the Robloxian protests. Right? So Ethan told her to stay away from kids on Roblox and accused her of simping for Hassan. I do believe that's in here. We just watched a lot of Ethan, so we'll watch that at the end. He said Hassan just isn't that into you. Taylor, it doesn't matter how hard you say death to America, Hassan just isn't that into you. I actually know where this message is as well. This is going to be a meme forever. I need people to start using it more. It is wildly underused. I haven't seen anybody post it yet. Anytime anything happens, I think this is like the perfect reaction picture for it. Like if Bo Blacks releases more nudes, right? If like the new Xbox comes out or something and it's bad, right? Whatever bad stuff happens to America because of this, we deserve it, is a fire reaction image. I think that this is an underused future meme. All right, we're looking at memes in the future. So Ethan took that tweet that we just showed and said, it doesn't matter how much you say death to America, Hassan is not that into you. And then Showbao from Atlas Drugged, or At Last Drugged, said, Hassan and Taylor are literally friends. I've never seen Taylor thirst after Hassan even one time, and everyone does it very openly. I doubt she would hide shit people have whole accounts dedicated to. Why does Ethan make everything about sex? And then Taylor said, a girl can't even say that she hopes to witness the death of Western imperialism anymore without being accused of doing it for a man. Shaking my head. Up next. Yeah, and stay away from my kids in Roblox, weirdo. Dude, that's fucking good. Holy shit. So that was Taylor Lorenz's response. And then Ethan hit back at Taylor after she claimed she's not a Hassan simp.
The other thing with Hassan, he's unreasonably good looking and like
No!
The other thing with Hassan, he's unreasonably good looking and like cool and dresses cool.
Tell me about it.
But do you know what I mean? Like Hassan would be an
Dude, this is the Washington Post crying hysterically that they let this amazing journalist go. I cannot believe that she's still somehow working independently. How are they not banging down the door to bring her avocado toast, lying about her age, looking ass back to the office?
Influencer, no matter.
COVID's over, Taylor! It's time to go back to work! Holy shit.
Or what he
Tell me.
The other thing with Hassan, he's unreasonably good looking and like cool and dresses cool.
Tell me about it.
But do you know what I mean? Like Hassan would be an influencer no matter what he was saying because he is
hot,
very attractive and very cool.
This just keeps going, doesn't it?
And genuinely a good person too, I will say. Like Hassan is actually a cool, fun, good person. The other thing with
Dude, thank you, Taylor. I really appreciate that high level interaction there. That was awesome. My views on war in the Middle East, I have not changed since the 00s, the 2000s, by the way. I think that Ethan's weird psychosexual obsession with Hassan is weird as hell. And then shows the clip that we just witnessed. Up next, the girlies are going back and forth after Taylor Lorenz tried promoting and weaponizing her independent journalist friend article against Ethan. What are you on about? Journalist, by the way. Ethan Klein is a raging misogynist. I did not know he was so good at rubbing your back. That's crazy. That's insane. Does he give happy endings too? Dude, he's a misogynist, dude. It's crazy. Okay. Who hates women? They hate women. That's the only way. I think I tweeted that popped off when I fucking quoted this. I couldn't believe she's a misogynist. He gives misogynist, right? That's what that is. I don't know. I tweeted, I really feel this way. I don't know. This might be misogyny. My misogynist might be showing. Ooh wee. But I wrote, a woman online gets criticism even one time, and this just popped off. Ethan Klein is actually a raging misogynist who hates women. Excellent piece by Cat Tenbarge. By the way, Cat Tenbarge is literally just off-brand, like Walmart brand Taylor Lorenz. They're literally the same person. They're literally like identical in like every way. Like it's like, you know, when you buy like medication from like a third party brand who's using the same formula as the name brand people, only in both of these cases neither of them are employed and they're both independent journalists, independently like surviving off their savings account. I don't know. But yeah, no avocado. No, she's going to be having just buttered toast. I don't know if she's going to be able to afford avocado toast with journalism like this. Cat is the female Def Noodles. That's tough. That's tough. Many snark subreddits are majority women, but and again, Ethan Klein is a disgusting, raging incel. Father of three or two. Three including the dog. Being a dog dad is an important role, okay? You guys diminish it, all right? And that's why those pit bulls keep mowing down people in the street. Actually, this is relevant. Did you guys know what my first hit tweet was? This is actually relevant to what we're talking about right now. Father of three. So if you go to my highlights, you can see all my hit tweets, dude. I actually stopped updating this a while ago. This is literally the greatest tweet I've ever made. Holy shit, dude. There's an article on Medium, which is probably as credited as like your average Taylor Lorenz or Cat Tenbarge piece. And it's called The Jews of the Canine World, talking about how pit bulls have been unfairly stereotyped as genetically dangerous monsters. Sound familiar? Which is, by the way, extremely funny, because I think this is why that Star Wars woman was fired too, because she was saying that MAGA were the Jews of the political world, and that they were genetically dangerous monsters. Remember, she got fired from The Mandalorian? Who was that? She got fired from The Mandalorian because why does everyone just compare themselves to Jews all the time? It's weird. The Jews of the Canine World. Yeah, that's a great article. I don't know, dude, but honestly, what would you rather read? The average Cat Tenbarge article, the average Taylor Lorenz Hassan Puff piece, or The Jews of the Canine World by some independent journalist on Medium? Gina Carano, that's what I was talking about, dude. In a lot of ways, I think commentators are the Jews of the YouTube world, you know, where they treat slop tubers like genetic monstrosities. Sound familiar? Dude, I'm sorry, it just sounds so fucking crazy to start comparing yourselves to people who have been kicked out of 50 fucking countries and like fucking chased around for the last fucking millennia. I don't know, it's kind of crazy. You know what reminds me of my situation right now? The Holocaust. Like you have to have like brass balls, I think.
Nicholas,
I think you have to have brass
the
balls.
Goat. Thank you for the $5.
Balls of steel. Actually, and that would make it not misogyny, because you'd have to be a guy to have the balls, right? Oh no, hold on, correcting myself.
Nicholas,
they could be galls. They could be galls. They could be galls. I'm sorry. So yeah, moving forward here. Okay, even the dumbest haters don't accuse me of sexually harassing women. What the fuck are you on about, freak? Journalists, by the way. Many snark subreddits are majority women, but they are some of the most vile and misogynistic space online. Women are also perpetuating misogyny. There are women who voted for Trump. Ethan stopped sexually harassing young girls online long enough to read a book. He might know this. Again, like, what young girls is Ethan sexually harassing online? This is like a fucking journalist who reports on shit. That's insane. That is crazy. I actually, dude, you find out this guy just filed 3 lawsuits. Okay, that's an interesting angle, I guess. We're gonna have to do some voice acting in a minute. Then Taylor Lorenz started leaking their conversation, and then he leaked the rest himself. I'm posting the whole thing. I gotta keep everyone entertained. She is scary good at gaslighting, and this is the VOD. This is the video. I think she means she is a young girl. Yeah, that was the other thing that Taylor... Oh, wait, is that true? Is she referring to herself as a young girl? Because it's iconic, because Taylor Lorenz has constantly lied about being over the age of 40. I think she's over 40, isn't she? I don't know. Okay, we pulled this up on Wikipedia, and I don't know if it's still there, right? There was Taylor Lorenz is listed as like a potential range
What's
of
the
ages.
name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
Like the only
Mr.
time in
Oreo.
history, and again, I don't care if you lie about your age or whatever, but I mean, this is fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. Is it still on here, or has it finally been removed from her Wikipedia page? We've gone through this before, where they go through and they're like they give like a potential range of ages, like she was born in like before Christ era or something, or she's like a settler who moved to the America at a young age. But I think they've removed it from her thing now. That's so sad. Age range. I know where I covered it. It was actually on After Hours. Nicholas DeOrio, Taylor Lorenz. I did a whole deep dive on Augie's channel and uploaded it to my channel later. Going through it, yeah.
I'm gonna talk
2 years ago. What is this intro? 2 years ago.
I
about
recommend
that, and then the
watching Nicholas
author,
DeOrio's
Taylor
latest
Lorenz,
video.
right?
That is correct.
Is calling in to discuss, so that's fun.
Oh no, dude! Ethan deserved everything he got. He fucking promoted Taylor Lorenz. Absolutely, I'm going back. I'm turning coat. He can sue me all he wants. Fuck him, dude.
Exciting. From the New York Times, people.
We're moving up in the world.
Would you say, Dan, that you're moving up in the world?
I'm going to talk about that, and then the author, Taylor Lorenz, right?
That is correct.
Is calling in to discuss, so that's fun. Exciting. From the New York Times, people.
We're moving up.
Oh no. All right, so there's a whole segment here where we go through her age, and we pulled up the Wikipedia page. Where is this? Oh fuck, it has to be here. Where we go through and we start looking through. It's a reaction. No. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's a tweet. In February 2016, CBS News stated that Taylor Lorenz was 30. In August 2018, the New York Times stated that Taylor Lorenz was 31. In September of 2020, Fortune listed her as 35 years old. Despite this, she is alleged to be anywhere between 43 and 49 years old. Wikipedia listed an age range of what she could potentially be. I need to find, where's the fucking, dude, come on. Have you seen this for anyone who's still alive before? Where they have a hypothetical, dude, that should be like a fucking requirement. Bro, it listed her born October 21st from 1984 to 1987. It looks like she died as a 3-year-old. This is some shit you'd expect for like fucking Taylor the Great or something, who fucking marched on Constantinople. All right, not a person who fucking was born in the 80s. That's insane. That's nuts. I can't. Dude, she had her uncle remove all records from the internet. There was stuff like Internet Archive that had gone down, but she's not 35 years old. I don't fucking know, bro. She's got like dude, it's actually like, I have never done this before where I've investigated somebody's age online. The whole Leafy, he's literally a 40-year-old man, is cringe as shit. I don't like that. But for Taylor, it's just so interesting to go through like all the lies that she has told about this to protect herself from being 40. I don't know why. I don't know. Dude, she's got to look more approachable as the influencer go-to journalist, dude. Avocado toast. Avocado toast? Avocado toast. Yeah. Oh, I am Taylor Lorenz, the iconic TikTok interviewer. Would you like to come talk to me about Roblox? Hi. How do you do, fellow kids? Yeah, that is Taylor
Can I
Lorenz.
say something to you, Nick? I really like it.
Yeah. Why? She can't handle that she's not a teenager? Well, it's like if I like stop doing all the content that I'm currently doing and I'm like, hey guys, my name's Nicholas DeOrio. Today we're gonna be playing Fortnite. I love Fortnite. I'm actually gonna have I'm gonna have a lot of fun with my friends. Like fucking like a Quobocop video made for fucking children, and I like completely just change my whole voice to like and everything I do. To try to, guys, I'm gonna use my Fortnite creator code. I love this game. I don't know, it'd be weird. I think it'd be weird.
Keffel's tweet. On
lying about your age is so cringy. Not necessarily. I think that it's popular.
Lying about your age is so cringy.
I think it's popular to lie about your age to get jobs in Hollywood. That's like a normal reason to lie about your age, because people will literally select a fucking 20-year-old over a 25-year-old if the actor is better or whatever. I think that if you want to break in, that's your only way to do it. I do not blame you for lying about your age in Hollywood. And I think that was the defense for Def Noodles, right? Because he was trying to make a go of it. It's dishonest. Yeah, I understand that, but it's also kind of shitty. I don't know. I feel like the hiring policies over there are super shitty. But yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, that's cringe. Nick was right the first time. If you're 45 on the internet, people will give you the Keemstar treatment. Yeah, that's probably the reason why she did it. Especially because influencer journalism is inherently younger than regular. Like, if you're covering sports, you would never have to deal with this. But you're hanging out in YouTube spaces to make shitty articles about fucking influencers. So obviously they're going to expect you to be a little bit younger. Or, like, you know, in the know on things that are actually happening. Like, this is like if I started giving classes on what Skibbity Riz Gyat is.
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5.
You know, it's like, hey guys, the new, like, I mean, it's kind of cringy when I make the jokes right now, even though I'm like total real death right now on Instagram, and I see all this stuff constantly. It's kind of cringy now. I'm 28 years old making jokes about fucking Skibbity, dude. Pray for Skibbity.
Can I say something to you, Nick? I really like you.
Dude, you got to get over it, dude. You're old. Move on. Move on, old man. How many times do we have to fucking tell you this, dude? You gotta move Gyat on, dude. Holy shit. It's massive? No, it's massive, dude. It is massive.
And you know what else is massive?
Astaghfirullah, Stewie! Yeah. So then Ethan said that.
Nicholas, the goat.
Majority female
$5,
audience,
my
by the
man.
way. Listen, my 30% women in the audience love me, all right? And the 2% trans love me even more, all right? That's the tea, sister. That's the tea. You're almost 40 and you're here? Based. Epic. Appreciate you being here. Ethan responded after Taylor Lorenz leaked a conversation they had and leaked the whole conversation himself. I'm posting the whole thing. Got to keep everyone entertained. She's scary good at gaslighting and crazy making. So here we go. Where is this? So this is like the story. Did we see that story? I don't think I've seen that story.
Is this
Oh, no, that's from Taylor Lorenz. Oh, I'm not watching all of this, Ethan. Or was it like a direct video? Does anybody have... Is that available? Can I get that anywhere? Taylor Lorenz, former young girl.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest
Bro,
video.
fucking Xylee is a content creator in this community. Let's be honest here. Xylee is literally like 70 years old, dude. She's like, I think she's like 38, right? 38, 39.
Can I say something to you, Nick? I really like you.
Why? You know, the reality of the situation is that these guys are bullying Ethan Klein, and I'm actually stealing your joke right there, but I think it's pretty fucking disgusting that a bunch of women who fucking hang out with this weird Roblox journalist girl or something who like messages fucking children about protests at 3:00 Eastern Standard Time, right? I think it's pretty fucking weird. That they'll all gang up on a former child, Ethan Klein. Like, reformed child Ethan Klein is being targeted by these harpies. Is this not ridiculous? They're literally targeting a former child right now with all of this bullshit and harassment. It's actually pretty evil if you say it. Yeah, that's pretty fucked. Dude, the reason why Taylor Lorenz is making content on Roblox for kids right now is because she really wants to go after Ethan, the former child. That's what I think, yeah. He's a neurodivergent former minor with a disability called Tourette's. They're literally trying to attack a former child with Tourette's. It's disgusting behavior. It's gross, personally. I don't like it. Let me see. Are these stories anywhere? Ethan Klein... Taylor Lorenz story. I didn't know this was here. I thought I had everything from Yeet. If you can ping me on the Discord with it, I would love you for... I would love you a long time. Ethan knows I have a psychotic and dangerous stalker. Guilty as... No, I'm kidding. Oh, God. He sounds dead. Former child is dead. Because that's it, dude. What is this? Focus on what matters.
By the way, I'm sure many of you guys already have followed this story. What the fuck is that?
Oh, guys, we're going to Denims clip channel. Does Denims go through it? 4 weeks ago? Oh, that's probably not this then. How many fucking... Oh, it's this one. That's what they're talking about. We actually covered this already. That's why I didn't have it.
No wonder no one wants the things like...
Glad that you brought this up. You know...
Thank you. That makes sense.
This is
this is a former VOD. Former VOD. That's when he's talking about how she was a part of the Snark subreddit, right? Like she interacted rather with the Snark subreddit. Put a chair on. Yo, put a chair on. Yo, put a chair on, bro. Fucking loser. Put a chair on. All right, so these are all the DMs here. The original one, I think these were leaked already, right? Where is anything new? May 26th. Taylor, have you ever browsed the Snark subreddit and participated in it? No, absolutely not. I don't even have a Reddit account. The only stuff I've seen about you is what Hila sent me. Why would I ever participate in a Snark subreddit? So we actually checked that out. Taylor, would you like to comment on this, showing that she was in the Snark subreddit? Sure. As I said, this person is right. Of course, you wouldn't harm your puppy. People can say all they want about you, but I know that you never intentionally hurt any of your dogs. You're a notorious dog lover. This person is right that I don't know anything about the situation because unlike these people, I don't read Reddit all day. Provide me a written apology by the end of the day. Okay, this is it. If you would like to avoid litigation. So this is about like the targeting children meme, right? I don't know why chat has gone off the screen too. It's glitching out. All right, there we go. We should have a chair wiggler. That'd be funny. If you would like to avoid, it would just be the chair rocking back and forth. Go ahead and ask an attorney about your exposure on saying someone sexually harasses young girls. You're a fucking journalist. Jesus Christ, you need to get your shit together. Hi, Ethan. Here's a video of you sexually harassing a teenager. Is this a fake video? Please let me know. This video is 10 years old. Your claim is that I'm currently doing this. When you stop sexually harassing young girls and read a book, it implies that it's active and current. So I'll leave this option to you. End of the day. You continue to post weird sexual things about myself and other women on your story about us wanting to fuck Hassan. All right, but I have to be honest with you, Taylor. This is like the big fucking thing. You and Anissa Jomha are not young women. Just to be clear, I understand that's probably bad for business to say it out loud. You and Anissa Jomha are not young. That's not what those words mean. This is unacceptable. Yeah. Where is it?
Nicholas!
She clearly
the
does.
Goat.
Yeah.
Thank you for the $5, my man.
Okay, here. Are you saying that you plan to stop making these sexual comments towards me and other women? How can I stop doing something from 10 years ago? Oh, well, for one, you aren't a young girl, are you? How old are you again? Banger! I would call myself and the other women you're harassing by making sexual comments young women. Dude, young women. I'm halfway through my life. That's still pretty young. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, you're midlife crisis. Go buy a car. What are you talking about? You are not young. Taylor, post proof of your birth certificate. I want to see it. The birther movement for Taylor Lorenz is here. We're starting it now. You are not a young woman. This is not something that you did 10 years ago. You've been posting weird sexual stuff on your story about me and other women. Dude.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio.
Bro, to be a fly on the wall of Ethan's house when he's probably sitting next to either the team or Hila, hearing, I would actually consider myself to be quite the young woman. You've been posting weird sexual stuff in your story about me and other women constantly in recent weeks. You implied that I was a pedophile the other day. I think it is incredibly weird how you keep making sexualized comments about myself and other women. Do you plan to stop? Okay, we'll see. Thank you for your time. Where is that? I genuinely don't get it, Ethan. I have no problem with you yelling at me every day about my political beliefs. That's your prerogative, and we can disagree, but making comments about me and other women's sex lives is gross. Well, have you considered, I guess, pick up your jaw when Hassan Piker walks in the room to keep all the drool in your mouth? Maybe that would probably help your case here. Will you stop doing that? By the way, no, I won't, personally. It's not being pushed to me, but I will still continue to do that. Snark brain is a disease. I agree, so why are you participating in it? Why can't you critique women you disagree with without making misogynistic or sexual comments? I think he's done that plenty of times. Good luck with that. Good luck with getting you to stop harassing me and other women by making sexual comments. Where is this? Convincing literally anyone outside of a Snark bubble that I'm sexually harassing anyone. I don't participate in Snark subreddits, Ethan. You do. What you're doing is posting gross sexual commentary about myself and other women's sex lives. It is harassment. It is sexual. You have made weird comments about my sex life, Anissa's sex life, and other girls. But again, none of these are young girls. Will you stop sexually harassing myself and other young women on your Instagram stories? Damn, that's crazy. The New York Times is still dealing with your last defamatory lawsuit. This time, there's no institution left to protect you, though. So you're going to threaten me. You're going to threaten bankrupt me legally for asking me to stop sexually harassing me. New York Times won that baseless defamation lawsuit, which was funded by extreme right-wing donors. Oh my god, what the fuck? Dude, she just starts fucking droning on about how she was. Wait, what? And part of a coordinated smear campaign, by the way. Not that, dude, the New York Times, all right, got funded by a bunch of right wingers, and that's why they won, dude. The right wingers, dude. They had so much money, they stopped me, dude. They owned me. Oh yes, dude. Let's go. But I just want to make it clear, I'm asking you to please stop making sexualized comments about me on your Instagram story that are leading to a tidal wave of Taylor, if you just stop tweeting and just wrote articles like any other fucking journalist and stop putting your horrible, stupid, pathetic,
Nicholas,
wrong,
the goat,
delusional opinions online, it would probably be like, that would be a good thing for you, you know? If you close your DMs and just fucking write articles like you're supposed to, journo. Maybe that would be better for you. I think that like saying that someone should stop talking online isn't always the right move, but for someone as stupid as you, someone who's prone to fucking blowing themselves up on a daily basis and absolutely unlikable in every conceivable way, it probably would do you like a good service to shut the fuck up every once in a while. That'd probably really help you out in the long run. What else we got here? I'm asking you to stop making sexualized comments about me in your IG story that are leading to a tidal wave of abuse and harassment from your fans and putting me in physical danger. I don't think she's in physical danger. And your response is to threaten to sue me into bankruptcy for asking you to stop making comments about my sex life. How come you don't work there anymore? Based? Hey, Nicholas
DeOrio, we in this shit, son?
I left New York Times to be a columnist. Promotion from a reporter. Wait, oh dude, this is worse than when she cited herself. Chad, she gave herself a promotion. She gave herself a promotion? Oh no, that's okay, that's Washington Post. Sorry. I thought she was talking about how she has quit fucking to become independent. I left New York Times to be a columnist, a promotion from a reporter, and to work on it as for an amazing editor at WAPO. That's Washington Post. But I don't want to make it. I just want to make it clear once again that I'm asking you to stop harassing me and posting sexual stuff about me on your story. You're endangering my safety. No, he's not. And directing waves of. I'm sorry, cry bully. Maybe you should shut the fuck up then if you want people insulting you on your story. I disagree that he's even sexually harassing you, to be honest. But like, I'm sorry, you can't. You come out here and you start lobbing shit up and writing articles about people, promoting an article that fucking. Ethan's like a raging misogynist, and you're like, oh no, I'm in physical danger. You're posting me on your story. I don't know. Stop punching up on somebody who's got so many followers then. How many Ethan Klein fans do you think are sending these fucking comments to you? She's part. Everything for her is a right-wing psyop, but all the Ethan Klein ones, those are his fans, right? The right-wingers in New York, the right-wingers took over the New York Times and forced them to fucking fire me or whatever, and fucking bankrolled it, a coordinated right-wing smear campaign. Then she gets a message. She's like, this is clearly an Ethan Klein fan. That's what's happening here. Yeah, 100%. She'd go cry into her pillow. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I would be shocked if she, in like 5 years' time with her reporting, still has a pillow to cry into. What do we got here? You're endangering my safety and directing waves of abuse in your responses to threaten me. How come you don't work at WAPO? Why does she keep answering these questions? Because my editor I went there to work for retired and left the company. I'm not sure if you've seen what's been happening at WAPO. None of this is relevant to the fact that you keep posting sexual comments about me and orchestrating a harassment campaign. Okay, there's no harassment campaign that's being orchestrated towards the bitch, the loudmouth asshole who's going and saying these fucking things, okay? And other women, you're endangering my safety. Does anyone think there's a harassment campaign being levied at Anissa Jomha, someone who hasn't been able to shut the fuck up the entire time? I'm sorry, dude. Like, it must be fucking so easy to go through life. If this is what, like, I don't think this is a representation of online women content creators, but it must be so easy to go through life like this, where you can literally start a fight like Frogan and constantly claim harassment for fucking years. Literally start the conflict, you can claim harassment. You can inject into the conflict, and the minute they respond to you, that's harassment. You can fucking call people out of nowhere, all right? And then that's harassment if anyone responds to you. It must be so fucking nice to use your identity this hard to defend yourself constantly. I think that's the real misogyny. You make it harder for every female content creator to be taken seriously when you fucking use your card this hard, dude. Holy shit, that's the real misogyny. You're endangering my safety in response to me. You're asking me to please stop or to threaten me. I want to make it very clear. I'm asking you to stop posting sexual comments to me on IG. She's repeating herself. You are doing a fanfic right now. Message me when you calm down. There's no fanfic about what you just did. I hope you can stop making sexualized comments about me and other girls on IG and your podcast. That you can wind down the harassment campaign that's endangered other women's safety. I don't think anyone's safety has been endangered here. But maybe don't tweet out fucking positive comments about like October 7th, like Frogan did. Maybe don't. I don't know. I can go through a list of all the shit that we've talked about over the last fucking 2 years with all these women, but broken record. This is like the Taylor Lorenz soy-filled version of Keemstar's infamous "Stop DMing me." Keemstar, I want to talk to you about that. And to that I said, "Stop DMing me." And to that I said, where is this? Hold on. Yeah, let's read the rest of it like that. Trauma alert, music. Let's get that up here, dude. Let's get it up here. You are doing fanfic right now. Message me when you've calmed down. And to that I said, there's no fanfic about what you just did. I hope you could stop making sexualized comments about me and the other girls on Instagram, and that you can wind down the harassment campaign that's endangered me and other women's safety. And to that I said, lol. I have a very dangerous and well-documented stalker who is heavily involved in your Reddit community, who your fandom continues to enable. This is a man that you're egging on with your continued sexual comments about me. Please stop. Who? Malik Kareem. He posted under multiple Reddit accounts and is part of your subreddit community. I've called this out before. You got any posts of his that I can review? Yes, I will find them when I get home and send them to you. I hope that you can recognize that what you post on IG encourages deranged people like this. I tend to help you and Hila because I genuinely know what it's like to be in danger from stalkers. The stuff you've been posting about me in the last few weeks with the weird sexual comments only exacerbates these types of people. I don't have a problem with you criticizing me, but I hope you can refrain from the sexual comments and the comments speculating on my sex life. Thank you. Bro, I cannot believe you posted that cringe to your timeline. You posted yourself saying that you're a young girl. That's wild. Well, then I guess I'm cringe, Ethan. Do you think that you're a young girl? That's an insane framing, don't you think? Did you get your parents' permission to chat with... Did you get parents' permission to chat with their children regarding Roblox? Will you stop preying on children? Reporting on young people protesting in Roblox is not preying on young children, Ethan. A slew of major news outlets covered the Roblox protests. And yet, you only post about me, never any of the other reporters. There is nothing about my story that is predatory in any capacity. You were in the DMs of underage kids. Do their parents know? Are your accusations against me a projection? Taylor, you keep providing an analysis on the merits. You are disseminating fabricated falsehoods that I am misogynistic and a habitual sexual harasser, particularly of young women, when you know this is not true. The reason is obvious to everyone. If you admit that the complaints lay out a strong claim of malicious copyright infringement, which they clearly do, lol. Your claims of misogyny and harassment are completely unfounded, and my lawsuits to seek justice and vindicate a wrong that is evident to any reasonable person. So again, please provide evidence to make it good, because this type of accusation has special weight with defamation. Being mean or making a light joke about you flirting with Hassan, video evidence supports this, is not sexual harassment. I think you're weaponizing claims of copyright infringement to intentionally terrorize young women creators when you have been harassing them for months. I think that is pretty awful behavior. I think it's hypocritical considering you said on tape that anyone could use your videos and you wouldn't sue them. I don't know if the actual claims have merit. I'm no copyright lawyer. But your goal here is to silence speech and bankrupt these women, is it not? Your continued comments about women are misogynistic. You continue to make sexualized comments about me and other women, and you're facilitating an ongoing aggressive harassment campaign towards us that is endangering our physical safety. Please stop commenting on my sexuality and my sex life by speculating on who I would want to sleep with. It is gross, and yes, it is harassment. I asked you to provide examples. You seem to not be able to do that. Examples of you posting about me. Check your story archives of me sexually harassing young women within the last 5 years. Jesus Christ. Hold on. No! I am really glad to hear that you feel bad for your past behavior, including when you made sexual comments to children in a video game. What I'm asking for you to do now is to stop making sexual comments about me and other women as part of an ongoing harassment campaign that endangers our safety. Lol, what? Like I said, you are sexually harassing myself and other young women by speculating on our sex lives. I'm asking you to stop doing that. Yet you are unable to prove a single example. This is what we call defamation. A single example of you making a sexualized comment on Instagram. I will ask once again that you please stop endangering my and other women's safety by furthering this harassment campaign and making sexist comments about women. Jesus. I think that she wants to fuck Hassan, personally. All right, fucking throwing this out there. I think that she wants to have big, sloppy sex with Hassan Piker, okay? And I think that Anissa watches Ian get railed by Hassan on the weekends. But I would never harass anyone sexually, just to be clear. Anyway, that's just personally my opinion. I can't base it on anything. I don't think anyone's in danger because I said it. So, fuck yeah, dude. I think that's probably what happened. I think that's probably what they want to happen. That's probably their fantasy, personally. Keemstar covered this. Oh, dude. Wait, does this have the music?
Ethan Klein.
No way, dude! It literally had. That's so. I didn't even fucking pre-watch. That's so funny. You put the music on it.
Those lawsuits against the people that stole.
I just fucking stole this content. I didn't even know this happened. I stole this content.
His video. Well, now these woke journalists are claiming that Ethan.
Dude, these woke. We're not even gonna say Taylor's name. These woke journalists.
Klein is misogynist.
Actually, I think it's Cat 10 Barge. And people don't really know who that is. Hey, Diesel Patches. Thank you for giving me the slop god thing, dude. Who wouldn't want sloppy time with Hassan? I feel like my channel's been sloppy time with Hassan recently.
Misogynistic has nothing to do with fair use. He just hates women. The same journalist is claiming he torments women. One of the women that he is suing, Kaceytron.
Wait, what the fuck was that? Hey, Kat, who posted this? Did you see what just popped up on the screen? Did anybody catch that? Dude, in the middle of this, it's Whopper Wednesday!
Torments women. One of the women that...
Dude, I would start the screen recording over if I got a Burger King notification for Whopper Wednesday in the middle of my fucking Reddit screen recording, dude. No way. Dude, happy Whopper Wednesday.
That he is suing, Kaceytron had this to say about stealing his video. Roll it.
Just because I didn't react to his stupid video, he had to make up that I did and put a video of me smoking weed over his stupid video to get attention. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck about your video. Like,
she's such a fucking idiot, dude. I mean, people say like this is intentional, that she's intentionally going on and fucking no, there's no way.
I don't know. I don't recall reacting to it. I don't believe that I reacted.
What is this? I'm not from the US and rightly super confused. There's a British in the chat. Everyone point and laugh. What is this? I'm not from the US and I'm rightly super confused right now. Wait, what is happening? Wait, what's going on? Verizon AI right in the middle of the video? Dude, what is happening? Why is dude we got a Verizon ad right in the middle of the video?
I do not remember. I don't know.
Is it fair use if I skip the ads?
I may have been under the
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use ad block to make our content fair use.
Influence, but I do not recall reacting to it.
Y'all need lawyers. Can you please get some lawyers? You be saying some stupid stuff online. Then we got Disney World transgender.
Whoa, jeez. Whoa, dude, not during Pride Month. We can't do this during Pride. Dude, I can't believe that made it in. Holy shit. Then we've got Disney World transgender.
I really like you.
Why?
Under investigation. This
Whoa!
TikToker known as Lily Tino recorded itself in the back.
Wow, dude. Dude, the two stories today. Holy shit, there's the two stories. We haven't covered the other story yet. What the fuck? You know that Keem, I think he makes more. I think Snapchat is more lucrative as a platform. I think like people are like, whoa, why does Keem not make YouTube videos anymore?
Nicholas!
I literally think Snapchat
Thank you for the
ads pay out
$5,
higher.
my man.
Holy shit, that was crazy. It's almost, it's like you almost want to be like Keem, but then he keeps talking until you don't again. Keemstar is best in small 25-second doses. Whopper Wednesday. Ethan's birthday is on Whopper Wednesday. Is today Whopper Wednesday? Stoled. I don't believe that I reacted to it. Yeah, Dumbo, that's the whole point. Happy Whopper Wednesday, y'all. Holy shit, dude. There we go. The funniest part of these claims is that some of them made fun of the tattoo he got for... Yeah! Dude, remember when they were fucking like shitting on him for getting a tattoo of his wife? Like, dude, I don't know, bro. I think that like you can make so many... Dude, women have so many easy outs Like, women have so many hard fucking things to get into, especially women in the gaming space, but simultaneously they get so many advantages. It's like an MMO build, you know? It's like, yeah, you have a bit of a difficult time being taken seriously in the gaming genre, all right? But you're winning in the hot tub. When you're winning in the hot tub thing, you're fine, dude. I don't know. I think that online women interactions are constantly in a flux between chivalry and misogyny. It's either one or the other. It's either that we're being way too fucking charitable to the point we're taking like bodily autonomy away from women to call them victims in situations.
I really like you.
Why? When we're mad at somebody, like, or it goes all the way to the other way. It's just total misogyny. There's like no middle ground where people are treated like human beings. It's insane. Yeah, we're either completely removing their bodily autonomy or we're completely removing their, you know what I mean? I don't know. There's no in between. Yeah, roll it. Holy, play that shit, dude. All right, we actually are gonna keep going here. This segment is gonna continue. We've got more stuff. I took all the other updates and I've compiled them. There's no like real there's no through line here. Eventually there will be a through line. It's creator clash, but in the beginning these are all updates that I've missed that are kind of being compartmentalized. I think we're caught up. I think after this next segment we're fully caught up on the drama. I actually showed this one already. We don't have to do it. I saw this recently. Oh no, dude. Oh no. I literally just got myself out of debt. I've been scraping by desperately to try to get my head above the water. I finally got to a point where I could breathe, and now this. I thought of how financially damaging this could be, and it's literally killing me. I just can't think clearly. I support my disabled father. I've spent the last year helping my grandma after unexpected layoffs. I was looking forward to using my resources to help my mom build a tiny home because rent in her trailer is too high. I'm so tired of poverty. People celebrating wanting me dead. Anyways, I'm just trying to clear my head, and I feel extremely overwhelmed and panicked. I'm just going through the motions. It sucks receiving this level of hate and feeling completely alone and defenseless and feeling like my future is completely fucked. No stream tomorrow either. Sorry.
Is this really lolly?
I don't care. I just don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I have no tears for you. I'm so fucking sick and tired of YouTubers who don't have jobs talking about how tired they are of poverty. Holy fuck. Maybe you should be getting a part-time job then. Or maybe you should be a part-time streamer and get a full-time job. Obviously that won't help you in the lawsuit thing, but I'm so tired of poverty. Well, what do you do for a living? I fucking get on stream and I steal content. That's not a job. That's professionally smoking weed. You sit and fart on camera and watch MasterChef, bro. It's not a job. Get a job. Didn't she go on stream and say, like, if I had $1 million, I'd get people fired from their jobs or something? Wasn't that her thing? That she doesn't believe in work? Well, I don't believe in you having enough money to feed your family. Holy shit. Boo-hoo, get a job. This one's so funny. Kaceytron, I just got served. My dad literally just came to me crying, apologizing because he accepted it. It's so funny, dude. Holy shit. I don't know. It's crazy. Okay, so now we've got lots of creator clash stuff to check out here. I think there's a couple more things here. What is this? Yeah, we've got that. We got this. We got this. And now we can cover these things. Oh, I actually covered this already. So, just spoiler alert, I don't know what's going on here. I'm not going to cover this story because I feel like there's a ton of misinformation coming out about it. And I don't like really associating suicides directly with random YouTube drama. Supposedly this was related to a snark. Then I also heard the snark only had like fucking 20 people in it or whatever. Like, it wasn't a significantly large server that this would even be a factor in. Apparently the husband's saying it has other, I don't know. A lot of people are making huge sweeping assessments based off this person's suicide. Michaela Rains, I'm not going to sit here and speculate on it. Yeah, I don't know. I did see this pop up. I thought the snark dialogue was interesting, but realistically, I'm not going to delve super deep into an unrelated story to try to investigate on how she died. So that's my stance on that position. What else do we got here? Okay, Anissa donated $1,000 to Kaceytron's GoFundMe. Anissa Jomha. So this is after Gila Klein, because this happened 2 hours ago. This is about 5 days after Gila Klein called her out for not doing so. So if I'm Gila right now, I'm fucking clapping it up because I got a big win right now. Because that is a big fucking win, I'd say. I think you'd agree. Let me see. What else do we got here?
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio.
Child marriage, who cares? Copyright infringement, please help. Dude, Anissa just can't win, dude. Anissa literally can't win. I got off the phone with Palestine guys. They said they saw her donation and they are now free. That's $1,000 that could have gone to Palestine or bills. No, it's actually more important that it goes to Ethan Klein. You know? My favorite, again, if I'm Ethan Klein, I take the money that they give me from lawyer fees if this happens and I send it to fucking Israel because I think that's funny. Now, I don't know if I do that as Nicholas DeOrio, but if I'm Ethan Klein, that's where I go with it. I go, thank you for your contributions. The proceeds from the lawsuits will be going to Israel immediately. You know what? It's like you ever see the video where it's like, Sam, I've got bad news, Captain America. Thanos has returned, and there are no Avengers to stop him. It's like, oh no, they're all off world. What do we do? I know what to do, Sam. We're gonna give $1 billion to Israel right away. It's like, no, dude, could you imagine that? It's like, Anissa, we need money. All of our friends are being sued. I know exactly what to do. I'm going to be giving $20,000 to Palestine immediately. Stat. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. Holy fuck, dude. Wait, it's Anissa's birthday too. Yeah, she gave $1,000 on her birthday. She won't pay her dad for 1 year of Dad for 1 year of his training though. No, that's his fault. So this is a new thing. We're gonna check that out right now. But I think there's one more clip to check out here first. Denims thinks that Ethan is only suing women because he can farm hate from reactionary fans. No, he's picking you because he's got a good case. I think we'll look at it later to find out more.
So if you would like an easy block list, this tweet I left replies open, 1.5K replies, easy block list.
I dressed up as a hot dog one time. That was a fun time.
K replies, easy block list. The number of replies in here that say skank, whore, OnlyFans.
Wait, why would you think that OnlyFans is an insult? Because they don't know you do Fansly? I'm sorry. Like, again, I don't hate sex workers. You do you. I'm not like I think Rob's Media hates them more than me. Way more. Because Rob's Media has been openly very critical of them. But I feel like if you post pictures of your private parts online, I don't think it's Ethan's fault that people say these things to you. You know? It's like, that's kind of just like the culture. And that's what you just, like, here's the deal. I'm a fat dude online. I think that probably 3 times a day, I'm going to get called fat online by people. And that's just like, I'm fat and online. So that's going to come up occasionally. And if that's the worst part of my day as a streamer was pretty good, you know? I mean, I made decent money. I had fun. Lots of people come out to watch me. 3 people called me fat. That could be better. Could be better. Basic insult could be better. But that's like the trade-off, right?
Nicholas!
Like you guys, the viewer right now. You guys, anyone here who works at grocery stores or something, or a Target? Is there any Target team members here? Anybody working at Kroger's, right? You go to work, maybe you have to go drive and deal with a boss that's a pain in the ass. You have to deal with horrible people there, and your shifts are long, and people are rude, and you have to go stock shelves. Maybe you're tired, you get a lot of sleep the night before, but you have to do it because it's your job. Now, if I sat here droning on about how mean people are online, I don't really think that you guys would care. Maybe you'd care, maybe you'd feign it. I appreciate you if you would, but who cares? Realistically, I know my day was a lot better than some of the people who support me, and to that, I am very grateful for my audience. That being said, if you're an OnlyFans model who posts your vagina online or posts your breasts online or takes seductive poses to make content for people to jack off to, if you get called a whore 3 times in a day, I think that's probably the price of doing business. Is it right? Is it perfect? Am I supportive of everyone who does it? No, absolutely not. But if they call you a slut 3 times in a day, you're probably doing a lot better than the people who are watching and subscribing to you. It's probably what's happening. I mean, that's the price to do business in social media, where you sell yourself as content. I sell myself as content every day with my clothes on. People say tons of mean shit to me.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
So I can't really prescribe every person who's insulting you, a person who has a Fansly account, to Ethan Klein, as if his 70% woman audience is rabid misogynist assholes attacking every woman they could possibly see. The reality of the situation is they've been pretty fucking harsh to Mike from PA. They've probably been pretty fucking harsh to Sean, and I highly doubt that most of the things they said to Sean are about his race. You know? Unfortunately, you guys are the loud ones and you keep fucking talking and you guys can't cover anything else. So you're going to have to deal with it. I deal with plenty. I cover this stuff a lot. Yeah. All right. Well,
etc. I think we all know, Ethan, the audience that you are trying to obtain.
Did the group chat tell you to say that this morning? Where did this misogyny shit come from? It wasn't like one person wrote it. It was that all of them in unison just came out and did the misogyny
allow
thing.
one man to be fat. Agent 007 tons. Nicholas DeOrio, license to eat.
Thank you. I went from John Thick to Agent 007 tons. Thank you.
Okay. I think we know.
Why hasn't Sean... Guys! That coward, Sean DeBlack, has not donated to any of these GoFundMes. What's going on? When is Sean going to put his money where his mouth is? I haven't seen Sean defend these girls once. Is chivalry dead? I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I unpaused it, but she didn't start talking, so that was like awkward. My bad. Any minute now.
To pretend like...
This is a 2-minute and 15-second clip. Ironically, there's probably only about 50 seconds of audio.
The people that you're suing just happen to be women, and that there isn't a very obvious desire to...
What am I going to start doing? Calling him Sean, the person of color, so my chat stops asking why I keep calling him that? The problem is he's so fucking irrelevant that the chat thinks I'm racist every time I repeat his username.
Obtain viewers that are the most sexist people possible. Just be real for 2 seconds, okay? Just be real.
What? Be real about what, Denims? Denims, you can't say nothing, stare at the screen, and then start making eye movements and flicking your fucking eyebrows up, okay? What is happening?
You're on X. What do you expect? I don't want to defend Ethan, but he isn't even on there. He's not on there because he can't handle criticism.
Dude, the people who complain the most about harassment and death threats are the people who leave their DMs open on X. I legitimately think it's a tactic people use to get like more sympathy. It's like, they sent me a death threat. You know, the last time I got a death threat, bro, maybe like 4 years ago, because somebody was fucking, I don't know if it was 4 years ago, but it happens very rarely, right? You have to go find my email to send me a fucking death threat, right? I don't make it easy to get in contact with me. I make it difficult for people who like me to talk to me. It doesn't happen a lot, you know?
Which he's admitted. There's a clip of it. There's a clip of him saying...
Why does a YouTuber... Why does anyone with over 10,000 followers need open DMs? Can you give me one reason why anyone with over 10,000 followers who have like fucking millions of interactions per month need open DMs where anyone can message them? Does anyone know why they would possibly want that on something they use as a news feed?
Nicholas!
Where they literally have to look at it every day? I don't think so.
He can't handle the criticism, which is why he doesn't use Twitter anymore. But it's also in my YouTube comments, in his YouTube comments, in my Twitch chat, and in my Instagram comments. Literally.
And by the way, every death threat people get, there's death threats where they send you a picture of your house and say like, I'm coming to kill you,
Nicholas,
which is like slightly scary, right?
That's
like slightly scary. After you get like 10 of those, they stop being as scary, but like, yeah, okay. Or it's like the Boogie kind of death threat where they send him a picture of a fucking snake and he's like, that's the iconic snake from my town. He's in town. He's going to kill me. Do you remember that when Boogie's like, that's the iconic snake? Actually, was that public or was that private? I forgot. Boogie DM'd me and goes, Frank Hassel's in town. Look at the snake. I was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Well, you sound crazy right now. Dude, it's the iconic snake. It's local to my area. Dude, you know, actually, let me find this message. I'm getting completely off topic here, but don't worry, we're moving on to Creator Clash in a second. But Boogie hit DM me and he's like, dude, I know Frank is in town. Look at this snake. Hold on. I've leaked this before. It doesn't matter. This is like my second convo with Boogie where he just started freaking out and saying that he's gonna fucking murder somebody. Or not murder somebody. Yeah, dude. Dude, I'm not gonna, you know, fuck this. No context. No context at all whatsoever. I'm gonna just drop this on the screen. Hold on. I'm gonna actually crop this so it looks worse than it does before. And then I'll tell you what it actually says.
I just saw Keffel's tweet.
In my headcanon, this is exclusively about the snake.
Keffel's appreciated
even though
the
it's actually
shout-out.
not about the snake. In my head, this is how I remembered it. This is how I remembered it, dude. Frank Hassel's just standing there with a big ass fucking snake on his neck, and he's like, this shit ain't cool, right? What he's actually saying is, I'm in Fayetteville, pussy, adding Boogie 298. So he's telling him he's in his fucking town.
Nicholas!
But I remember it as like the
Thank you
iconic
for the
snake
$5,
picture to
my
prove that
man.
he's actually in Fayetteville. Because Boogie was like, yeah, dude, that guy's local. He's got a snake. Oh, God. That's so funny.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo.
Dude, he
Mr.
doxed me,
Oreo.
bro. He posted snakes on Maine. Unfortunately, that shit is awesome. Dude, unfortunately, it's a really cool snake, dude. Dude, he took a picture with my iconic snake. I can't. It's so stupid. Okay, moving right along. We're done with this. I don't care about Denims. So Anissa donated. Yup. All right, now we got Creator Clash. I haven't said this yet, but
what's the name of the
big
guy,
fucking reveal, chat?
Orbiter? Nick
Big
Oreo.
fucking reveal.
Mr. Oreo.
The guy who filmed an entire boxing documentary, Myth, has dropped out of Creator Clash.
How is training for Creator Clash going? I guess I should also just come out and talk about that real quick.
Fuck it, I'll say it, dude.
While we're getting today started, I will no longer be participating in Creator Clash.
Oh my god. Dude, Creator Clash is still taking L's. Chat. There are no W's for this event. This event is fucked, dude. That's another fighter who either didn't get his pay or already got paid, but now another fighter that needs to be trained who needs additional income coming towards him now. That's very funny. Now, I gotta know, does Myth keep his percentage to the fighters? Does he get that? Dad says he's broke from Creator. So Dad finally went on LolCow, based Epic Dad. And it's muted.
iDubbbz and Anissa.
Dad and Expo have a beef that we've been doing for a year.
Anissa,
great.
iDubbbz Anissa, you care about your influencer boxers. You care about them so much. Give this guy 10 grand.
Pay this man.
Give this guy 10 grand.
Pay him.
That's what I got
Give
paid.
him $10,000.
That's what I got paid.
No, I'm serious.
No,
serious.
well, I'm gonna get money for
out.
training.
I could help you out.
Wait, I forgot about that. Boogie and Wings' fight was the best fight of the card. It was a prelim. So they literally got paid less than your average charity fighter under Keemstar. That is so fucking funny. That is so... Boogie made less money than the fighters in Creator Clash 2. Why have we not put this together? They got paid a significantly smaller sum than any pay-per-view boxing fighter. So Boogie and Wings got up there, embarrassed themselves publicly actually, I don't know, Wings kind of beat the shit out of Boogie. Boogie got up there and embarrassed himself publicly. His pants almost fell down on fucking national television. And he did it for less money than a charity boxer. Jesus.
That can help you out. There's a million people that can help you out, right, Dad? But the
Holy cow? No, it's actually lol cow. Thank you.
person that owes you money for all your time and all your troubles is literally Anissa and iDubbbz.
True.
Give him 10 grand. Give him $10,000. He's been training for a year. He's went viral on Creator Clash 1, Creator Clash 2. This guy has taken so much shit just because of your mistakes, because he's the poster boy. He's the guy that goes viral, right? He's the guy that helped build Creator Clash.
Bro, I'll say it. The event got moved. Those guys are entitled to their training money. I'm giving mixed signals here because I think the training money is too much, but you're holding the training money back from people who spent all the time training.
Nicholas!
That's a little stupid. You're offering them training money to reimburse them at the end now when other fighters got their money ahead of time. Like, why is Harley allowed to keep his training money but Dad never got paid? Is he not worth the investment despite the fact that he's fought for you for 2 times?
I always do the possible.
I think it's a twofold thing. I don't think these fighters deserve $15,000. Just gonna come out and say it. That's insane to me. But simultaneously, they were promised their thing would be reimbursed. Then the fight got moved. They need to be paid 100%. Fight day has come. They did their entire training procedure for the event that you guys had to move because you blew up your event because you're a fucking idiot. This should come out of pocket. This shouldn't be the charity money. This should literally come out of pocket.
And now he's over here suffering? Well, this is bullshit. Give him
Yeah, there's no doubt
$10,000.
you deserve
I
to be taken
demand
care of. I genuinely
$10,000
believe
for
that.
Nathan Barnett, aka Dadbot. I demand it.
Yeah.
I absolutely demand it. It's
No,
ridiculous.
I don't want money that it's not. I don't want people just to give me money.
It's
Like,
ridiculous.
everyone did the same thing. I trained.
It's
I fought. I
ridiculous.
did my
It's
fight. I did promotion.
insane.
I happened to go viral. It's not. I can't control
It's
that.
insane.
And
We just need to make this content cop so bad, even though it's going to completely fuck you over. And then they're going to preach that they care so much about these influencers. You know what shit I got when they're telling people I don't care about Wings or Boogie? Motherfucker, I gave them 10 grand.
Well, I think it was out of the... Was it him? Did he specifically give him 10 grand? By the way, 10 grand is like... For a monetary fighter is like nothing. Like that is nothing whatsoever. That's not that good. I gotta be honest with you. They should have got paid like for something that's not for charity. That's at a for-profit event entirely that's not pretending they're a charity or whatever. Maybe that's a little too harsh, but you know what I mean. That's nothing. That's a horrible pay. Am I the only one getting Taylor Lorenz vibes from this? Hi, Ethan. I am not sure what you're referring to. Please write a concise paragraph explaining exactly what I did that warrants this harassment. I think there's a group chat. I speculate there's a group chat. There has to be. They all just woke up and then had the same unison talking point. And it's not like a normal one, right? You can be, well, Nick DeOrio agrees with Chud Logic a lot, and that's the commentary cabal. This is pretty hypocritical. It's like, dude, they woke up and started calling Ethan a fucking misogynist. That point's retarded. Why would they all think it at the same time if they didn't talk to each other? I don't think that's that crazy. That is an insane... I laughed at it the first time I heard it, and they all started repeating it. That's insane. That's nuts. That's not even a winning position. That's gotta be coordinated. And then, oh, look at this one. I don't even know who this guy is.
The event was basically not doing super well, and so they ended up changing the venue and changing the date. And so it is no longer taking place in Florida at the end of this month. It is now going to take place in Los Angeles at the end of October.
Yeah, and the fighters have to get to LA. It's helpful for fighters who live there already, but it's another added cost.
Yeah. October 25th at the Hollywood Palladium, which is a pretty sick venue, by the way. I've been there a few times.
Yep. It is not a pretty sick venue. It is a 4,000 seat arena.
Is where I'm going
If they don't fill that arena out, they should just cancel the event forever. They should do that anyway, but they definitely should.
Be boxing. I'm still in it, but they delayed it 4 months. Oof. And that was really hard to handle from like an emotional standpoint, because I was literally in the middle of like my final sprint. I was 40 days out from the event. I was working every single day. Yeah, training. It was like my entire life. And it's not just like the training effort, it's the time surrounding it. It was all of the time, because like I have training across the city. It would take me an hour to drive there and then like 30 to 45 minutes to drive home. So I was always spending more time driving.
That drive. Again, I'm gonna fucking sit here and stand on business. You didn't deserve 15 grand plus a percentage of profits. I simply don't think that's the case. What is this beeping sound? Oh, fuck. It started playing in the background. That was so confusing to me. You don't deserve 15 grand, but you definitely should be paid for your time. If you were promised money, they shouldn't like...
Training.
Yeah, they absolutely should. I thought a bomb was going off just now. I got really startled. What was that? All right. The H3 Content Cop video feels like a desperate attempt to boost ticket sales. Another lol Cowian clip.
Then I asked him on that trip. I was like,
okay, that's very low. Here we go.
Then I asked him on that trip, I was like, what's up with because I tried physically counting every single taken seat on Ticketmaster, because I was curious myself. I was like, I really want to know if people are going to be there. Like, I don't know, what's the count? So
Dude, he just starts frantically going through like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck, I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Physically, I did a map. I was drawing on it. I was sectioning off sections. I finished counting. I was counting everything. And then Ian was like, oh, don't pay attention to that because it's...
Ignore it. Ignore Ticketmaster. We're selling amazing. You have no idea. Those are fake seats. They can't even buy those ones.
Ian was like, oh, don't pay attention to that because Ticketmaster is a little tricky with what they show has sold and hasn't sold. It's hard.
What do you mean they're a little tricky? They're for sale, you fucking asshole.
Hard to know. It's their like method of selling tickets.
What?
Like, okay, so I just...
Their method of selling tickets is lying about what's currently for sale? How does that work?
5,000 tickets for no reason. But... when he said that, he said, we're not super pumped right now on what the ticket sales are. And then Ren and I both were like, okay, hopefully. Then Ian said, we do have things planned. We're going to do promotional stuff. We have stuff planned. We're not too worried because like towards the end is when people really go for tickets. But at that point, it hadn't been selling the same as the year one had. Year one was just like super.
Well, what about year two, buddy? Year two was bad. Did it sell as good as year two?
Everyone got excited and it skyrocketed. So year two, it's hard to repeat that for any event. Understandable. But so when he said the content cop and then he said the tickets, I was like, this isn't good.
Jesus Christ, dude. I don't even know. I don't understand it. I don't know how they fucked this up this badly. This was also very funny to me. I want to remind everyone that I didn't fucking make the content cop either, but he's talking about me sexually nonstop in some sad attempt to feel some type of control. Dude, Anissa, dude, I could have a Connect and I'd still have good control over this. Dude, my device of choice could be the Kinect for Xbox 360, and I would still have control over this. You have absolutely no power here. You're wrong in every conceivable way. What are you talking about? What's going on right now? What do you mean? Also, she's trying to like distance herself from Content Cop, which is happening. I don't know. This is insane. This is like she's acting like there's no legitimate criticism to make of her. That she's just being harassed endlessly for no reason. And it's absolutely fucking hilarious. Like, is she actually this delusional? I didn't even say anything until quite a while after his creepy meltdowns. I wonder what could have prompted his reactions. And then like, yeah, that's, Beazle, you're all right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think Beazle wins this round. This round goes to Beazle. Oh, fuck, dude. Holy shit. All right, check this one out now.
Like putting out that video, I did say in a text to Nisa, I was like, couldn't have waited a couple months. Like,
you couldn't have waited a couple of months. What do you mean?
Appreciated the shout out.
And then she said it had to come out then but I understand that too, because it's like, all right, you're passionate. The time is now. I'm inspired. I'm going to make this. I want to respond to what has been said topically. Like putting out that video, I did
topically, and we've explained this so many times. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense. What are you talking about? The only time that you could have made this is right before your boxing event. What do you mean? You could have just waited till he posted part 2.
Putting out that video, I did say in a text to Nisa, I was like, couldn't have waited a couple months, like. And then she said it had to come out then but I understand that too, because it's like, all right, you're passionate. The time is now. I'm inspired. I'm going to make this. I want to respond to what has been said topically. Like putting out that video, I did say in a text to Nisa, I was like, couldn't have waited a couple months, like. And then she said it had to come out then but I understand that too, because it's like, all right, you're passionate. The time is now. I'm inspired. I'm going to make this. I want to respond to what has been said.
Nick is Beazle. No, Nick's Beazle, Comment Cop, Drama Alert, Keemstar, but he also orbits Keemstar, and Yeet. That's who Nick is.
Topically, like putting out that video, I did say in a text to Nisa, I was like, couldn't have waited.
That's so funny. All right, up next, open the books. Here, this is coming from the guy who literally said his goal is to harass me and Ian to the point of leaving the internet, which is kind of based, by the way. Which is based. Anissa, open your books on Creator Clash 2. Did you pay for Denims, Frogan, and Hassan's flight and hotel from charity money? Did they fly coach or business? How much did you spend on before and after parties? That's a good answer. That's what I want to hear. That's the good shit. That's the shit that we like. They should leave the internet. Yeah, they should, to be honest. Oh, Alana Pierce showed these. I wanted to show this because we talked about this previously. I just checked. Here's 2 texts I sent to other fighters on June 10th, where I said I didn't know that I was getting paid. I thought that this was the day I found out. So she's just a delusional idiot who talked about shit she didn't understand. And this is Sabrina. I am Aberlina Sabrina and William Haynes, I think, right? They never even promised us money. I actually assumed we would not be paid. Yeah, but this is like not something that you would want to actually share. Like you're a total fucking moron. You made a whole video poor shaming Froggy Fresh for taking the money that you didn't even know you were getting and then later donated to charity. Why even open your mouth at all? This is like one of those where I'm getting harassed. It's like, no, you opened your mouth about shit you didn't understand. Now people are mad at you. Welcome to the internet. Maybe you shouldn't be an influencer if you don't want backlash. Sabrina, I never even thought I was getting paid. I'm not that bummed. So I'm guessing Sabrina was mad that she didn't get bonuses that year, but I can't know for a matter of fact. Why do you lie so much? Wait, what? Is this? Oh, it's 2025. Got it. Yeah, those were text messages. They weren't paid. No, they weren't paid. They weren't paid bonuses. And I call them bonuses, but they were getting... every time people talk about Creator Clash money, the numbers change. On whether it's 15 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand, whether they got a percentage of the pay-per-views, the buy-ins, or they never got a percentage, or they got a bonus on the day of the fight, or they were supposed to get one on Creator Clash 2. Every time you talk about it, the numbers are different. And I do want to check out... This is probably the last thing we'll check out here, and then we'll start the lawsuit stuff. I want to hear about Vadim.
Right.
Purse? Oh, yeah, Purse. Yeah, that's another one.
Since then, I haven't mentioned him. Which...
Vadim posted that crazy fucking video where it was like, "Hi, I want to debate Ethan Klein." Like right before the lawsuit stuff and when he went on break.
Since then, I haven't mentioned him, which, as far as I'm concerned, was a mercy. I did a mercy, I don't want to say killing, but a mercy letting him down gently, more like sending him off mercifully. And here's why. We were talking to him in the DMs, and we had invited him to call into the show that week. It was 2 weeks ago now, I think.
No, it was last week.
It was last week. We said call in on Wednesday.
It was going to be Wednesday originally.
I gave him a couple days to prepare. It wasn't like calling now. It was like calling on Wednesday, right? And he agreed.
Okay.
Wait, what? I didn't know there was a set-up conversation. I literally didn't know this.
Then he messaged us the next day or the day after, and he says,
"Please tell me it's about sleep. If it's about sleep, I'll fucking cry. I'll literally cry if it's about sleep. Also, I'm good for Friday, but if the case, please give me a heads up so I can plan things accordingly. Hey guys,
First he said,
I know you're gonna roast me hard for this, but something came up that's serious, and I have to take care." Oh my god, he literally fucking ran. Wait, wasn't he saying that Ethan ran from a convo?
said, "Hey, I was for Friday.
I'm so sleepy. Is Ethan is lying right now? Wait, so these DMs are fake, Smaggle?
all good for Friday, but if..."
No, it was Wednesday. He also is saying...
Okay, he says, "Also, I'm good for Friday."
Yeah.
So we said, "Come in on Wednesday." He says, "If that's the case, please give me a heads up, blah, blah, blah." And then he says, June 10th.
Same day? It looks like
it was like later.
Same
Way
day,
later.
but in a big gap.
We were planning
Like in the evening, yeah.
to have him call on Wednesday. June 10th
Let me sleep!
was the
There's another DM he cropped out. Can somebody, Smaggle, send it? Come on, Smaggle.
day before, I believe.
Yeah.
He says, "Hey guys, I know you're going to roast me hard for this, but something came up. This is serious, and I have to take care of the situation." Now, he's right that I would have and should have roasted him hard for this. It's pretty pathetic after all the hubbub, all the calling out. He's got notes on notes when he's talking about me. He's pulling up notepads and flipping through and going through drawers of notes and all. He's an expert on the topic. It does look pretty pathetic, frankly, to cancel the day before. But you know what looks even more pathetic is to now pretend like I'm ducking him.
I don't get it.
Okay, hold on. Smaggle sent me the updated message. The incomplete DMs, cowardly Ethan Klein. Here we go. The full DM, where I immediately tried to reschedule pick 2. Ethan didn't even end up doing the pod that day either. I'm here, ring me on the H3 podcast. Let's go. Hey guys, I know you're going to roast me hard for this, but something came up. I totally want to do the show, but I have to hold off till next Monday. Sorry for the inconvenience. Would that work for you guys? It's like Donkey Kong. Wait, what? It's on like Donkey... Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong. Got it. Ah, dude, the iconic tipster thing. So he's saying he immediately wanted to and that's before they went on break too. What's happening? Oh, dude, I just got so fucking confused. I hit pause and I unpaused the music, and I thought Ethan was having a stroke. I got so because I thought it was playing, and he was just awkwardly staring at me. Holy shit! I got so confused.
It's remarkable. It's truly remarkable.
And
The
also, can you explain why it's so funny that he did that? Because I didn't know the lore. Because he's like, "You're probably gonna roast me."
Yeah.
Why did he say that? Explain.
No, because he knew he knows
the history of him making fun of who was it for canceling.
Did he?
You explained it to me.
He can't. No, he canceled. No, this funny is he canceled on us on Wednesday. That's what's ironic.
No, but before that, that's why.
So I don't think he really has a ton here, does he?
He says you're probably gonna roast me.
Is there a cereal? I don't remember.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm being informed it was because he was making fun of Hutch.
Yes.
Because Hutch rescheduled on him.
So that happened, and then that's why he says you're probably gonna roast me, because he did that to Hutch.
So there's layers of
layers
to it.
The lore.
Now, Vadim, so I'm gonna read the.
They were on vacation, weren't they? No, they're on vacation right now. They're on like day 4 of their vacation, right? Like when I got back from California, I think their vacation had already started. But this is the 20th they're talking about this. This was 10 days prior that he had dropped out. So he could have done it that week, I think.
This Ethan Klein, this message is for you.
Nicholas,
You think
the
you can
goat.
cancel on me? Once again, draw your attention. Hey guys, I know you're going to roast me hard for this, but something came up that is serious, and I have to take care of it. Really, Vadim, you are leading me to believe that you have anything going on in your life.
Well, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, this is stupid. If the next message is literally "let's reschedule," there's not really a lot of punch here.
I mean, maybe he had a family member
Nah,
have
it's
emergency
bullshit.
or something.
It's bullshit.
No, but
Because you're saying like it's bullshit he ran, but the immediate thing is the I mean, I think you can still bully him for being like, I would like to reschedule. I would like to reschedule. But like, I mean, you got to include that message too.
it's still. Why is he now calling you out for ducking?
That I
you
don't
canceled.
get.
You were the one who canceled, sir.
You think you
It's
can
as simple
cancel
as
on
that.
me? Think again. I challenge you this Friday, which is today, by the way. Don't be cowardly, Klein. Uh-oh, he hit me with that hashtag. Just be there.
Think again,
He
sunshine.
tagged AB, Olivia, the podcast, and for some reason, Dan's Funger.
Dan has a what is a funger?
What?
Which, I mean, to be fair, yeah,
Wait,
you're
what?
on
Is that Dan from the podcast?
Twitter.
That is not me.
doing a lot of
The
shit.
context is yeah, I agree. I think it's lame.
I'm sorry if that's ruining the illusion for the parody account, but that is.
Oh my god,
I mean,
I
it's
love
not.
that.
I'm getting a lot of shit
They're
because
not
you're not on
claiming to be
Twitter.
you.
So if you guys could divert from me and maybe
You could
Dan's
send all
Funger
of
a little
that
bit.
hate to that
I'm kidding.
account.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure,
Dan's
actually. That's
Funkers where
fine.
we
By the
all-
way, if you have any hate for Dan, AB, fuck it, Anissa, or not Taylor, anyone but Taylor, you could just send it my way. All right, I'm gonna. My DMs are open to you. Just keep trying. I'm sure you'll get in.
I'll congregate. So anyway, and he also put some effort into making a video about it. Of course, starting with the best faith possible and making it seem like I'm accusing a Jewish man of hailing Hitler when
By using the-
criticizing Elon Musk, and he's going to come lecture me about being fair and honest.
This is next level, though, because it not only is he taking it out of context that you were slamming Elon Musk for it, but now you're like,
Why does okay? So this is what I was trying to say. Someone said, "Why does Vadim get to reschedule on Ethan?" Eric Baker, I agree with you. I think you can make fun of him for trying to reschedule your show, or say, "Yeah, well, you can come on. I guess I can come on like Monday or something like that." Yeah, absolutely. But to do that, you have to show the message. I don't think this is an unsalvageable segment if you just show the entire interaction. I mean, Ethan showed Taylor's messages too. That was fine, right? I think that there's a way to make this joke, but it kind of falls flat if you don't have the message.
Nazi high-fiving with Elon Musk.
Yeah. It's like, bro, you are so pathetic. And you're going to come on here and accuse me of being Islamophobic and racist and shit, but you refuse to understand why framing a Jewish man doing a Nazi salute when he was actually criticizing a Nazi isn't fucked up?
Right.
It literally changes nothing. He addressed it later. Well, I mean, this whole part of the segment is like kind of bad. But if you address it later, yeah, sure, 100%. That's fine. I haven't gotten to that part yet, though. You're pause champing me. You're pause champing a video that's live. How?
Go on. But go on, Vadim. Tell me more about how.
Other than that, though, I do. I like the editing in this.
The editing is impressive.
Honestly, now watching this, I think this is what came up. what he got busy with was making this video.
He went in deep on the
A lot of
edit.
effort when he did
My
it.
edit isn't ready.
Well, and also this guy is
It's like I hate the aesthetic too.
plan like some kind of hijinks. I gave him ample time from the first invite. You know,
right?
I'm not taking that away from you. But go on, Vadim. Tell me how I canceled.
Hey, it's Hans Vadim, guys, and this message is for Ethan Klein. Recently, you invited.
Dude, like he probably snorted like a near lethal dose of. Okay, actually, I shouldn't wait. Hold on. Oh, you can't make a joke like that. I disavow that action. I don't agree with that. He probably took a large quantity of magical space sleep supplement to get some rest the night before, and then came in swinging.
Yeah, I mean, imagine like me taking. I'm not even. You know what? I'm
Like
not,
to anyone else, that much magic fairy dust would be bad for mana.
not even gonna do it. It's honest on its face that it's racist.
Yeah, you don't.
The thing is, he can't sleep, so like he said all the sleep medication doesn't work.
You don't need to.
Like
This is a failed argument. I am failing right now.
use your fucking
You
imagination.
don't need to
bro.
explain.
Yeah, fuck you, man. Like literally, you're gonna. How dare you accuse me of being Islamophobic and doing something anti-Semitic brazenly? And you're gonna be like, oh, you're hallucinating. It's not anti-Semitic. Okay, bro, you got a blind spot.
So, what I was referring to, Hutch had to reschedule with Vadim, and Vadim leaked the DM and called him a coward.
Oh, that's
Bro,
funny.
what?
Can you believe
didn't
that?
even out
Can
you.
you
We
believe
didn't-
this guy?
Okay, so again, this is like that's a totally fine shot to take. You just have to, I guess, give the additional.
It's
about having to beat
bizarre. Why
last
is
minute
this like
bizarre.
a
Billionaire was
Pee-wee's Playhouse?
Like Vadim, if you want to do comedy, go do comedy. Like this doesn't add up. It just like you want to do politics or you want to do comedy. I don't get it.
I
Like,
personally
what's
think
with
that
the edit?
comedy is dead and satire is dead, dude. That's a funny picture. I'm sorry.
Why should I have a conversation? This guy doesn't
I
operate
do. I
in
like his
reality.
delivery, though. I gotta say, like, just
Well, like I said, I've enjoyed some of his content.
sure, right? Yeah, I guess I see why.
I've never seen him before this, but I first of all, like I immediately was really weirded out by the whole debate with Hutch because we watched that and
It was horrible. Yeah, 100%.
It was like that.
All right, do we get to any part?
Again.
That again.
So I feel like I gotta get through this because I don't think this is like the big fucking segment.
Fair.
Right. In fact, say that again.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter?
Yeah, we could do that
Nick
one day.
Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
I saw your no. Yes.
Nick, I saw that Caleb Hammer, Nose Abuser, did a financial audit on Boogie 2988 a year ago. I don't want to derail your stream, but it looks funny.
No, I would check that out. Yeah, for sure.
Now, I'm not all that great of a debater. In fact, during my last debate,
I'm not a great communicator or thinker or researcher or debater.
Or human being.
But I feel entitled to a slot on your show.
I cannot manage a schedule.
I had a
Either.
5-hour debate with Hassan. You're not going to add anything of substance. You're just regurgitating his points, but dumber and worse.
Did someone already say Pee-wee's Playhouse? Someone said that.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I had that.
Yeah.
What
With like
about
that
it?
energy. I mean,
It's
it's not
the
like he has like
energy.
a puppet chair or anything, but
It kind of looks like it in a little way.
Moving through.
Zipper? Bro, what? Just fuck it. Bro, get your shit together, man.
Bro, this is fair use. This is like a 30-minute segment on a minute and 28-second video. That's crazy.
I imagine you're probably.
But they can't reschedule. Well, yeah, they can reschedule. They could do it when they get back if they really want to, if it's still topically relevant. But again, they could have rescheduled already because if you saw the DMs, they were from the 10th, so they absolutely could reschedule because this was literally 10 days prior to the date of streaming. So, I don't know if they had... I don't know. But again, whether they can or couldn't reschedule is irrelevant. They just have to show the message while they're explaining it. That's the only thing that needs to happen here.
That's all I'm gonna say.
But I was like calmly ignoring you, and now who's triggered?
Wait, what the fuck? That's me! That's me, dude. Child me. 21-year-old child me. Former child.
I
Seikos are
appreciate
cool.
the production value. That's all I'm gonna say.
But I was like calmly ignoring you, and now who's triggered? You know? What's
triggered?
Base.
so I think I can take you on. And you even said yourself.
Now, Vadim, I'll tell
Wait, did anything else come up here? Oh, I'm here. Hi. What did he say about me? Ah! Buffering.
It was so fine that something came up. Like that.
Is that Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
That's why we didn't even
Yeah.
mention it. So yeah.
Anywho.
I should just stick to scripted content. But then I've also managed to get under the skin of every single one of your sycophantic, propagandizing, human colostomy bag foot soldiers.
Okay, I don't know who you're addressing. I'm not friends with any of these people. I've barely communicated with... I don't think I've ever communicated with DeOrio.
Literally never communicated with Ethan Klein in private. Or really, the closest is like him posting me on his IG story.
I've messaged with Hutch a few times. I've never talked to Destiny.
Well, you do call him Pope DeOrio on the show.
True.
It's a one-way communication. If anything, you're his simp. He's got it backwards.
Right?
You're the
No,
DeOrio simp, not the other way around.
It's true.
I mean,
Stan
the difference
DeOrio.
is that
New donation sound, guys. New donation sound.
somehow we all kind of have similar opinions when it comes to like not being okay with supporting terrorists and
Fucking true. Fucking Stan. Fucking true.
and not hating America, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so now we're all besties to these guys.
And also genocide supporters.
Yeah. We all just love killing children.
Propagandizing, human colostomy bag.
And then you
We all bonded over our shared hatred for the horrible terrorist supporting pieces of shit.
Oh, well, what did they propagandize? I'm hungry. I'm not prepared for this. That's him, literally, during the whole debate.
I have a headache right now. Yeah.
That's so funny. All right, I want to hear the part because apparently they do correct that at some point on the show. That's what people are telling me. Let me look, because I don't want to end the segment without getting that part.
Up with him and like reschedule, but we knew it was
Right.
the last week.
With you, I don't care about you, bro.
I guess we should. That's worth saying is that there was a thought to follow up with him and like reschedule, but we knew it was
Right.
the last week. You knew you had the big video coming out.
Yeah.
It just.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had your moment.
Maybe
We've
when we
been
come back
busy.
from break. Although now I imagine you're probably.
But before he did that, he had no way
All
of
right,
knowing
so
that
it's
we
good. They talked about it within 10 minutes of the same show, so it's not really as bad as it sounds.
wouldn't have replied and rescheduled. We've just been busy.
been very busy. So.
But he's the one that canceled.
Yeah,
That's why we didn't feel like in a
Mind-blowing.
rush to get back to him. Is like he ducked, so it's kind of
Mind blowing.
We'll get to you when we get to you.
And I know you're going to make fun of me for it.
I made this genocide denying farthead that you praised.
I'm sorry. That's just, dude, you need to fucking.
Like, what are you talking about? Genocide denying?
Okay,
Not call people
First of all,
farthead.
genocide denying is one thing, but farthead?
Yeah, I was gonna say farthead is way.
That's
too far.
defamation.
Yeah.
Actually, no. You calling
He could
Hutch a genocide
call you a
denier
farthead.
is so unhinged. It's so pathetic. It's so bad faith. Like
Slimy Weasley
nobody
fuck.
should honestly even
Here's
engage
your
you in
most sad
conversation.
payment,
If-
07.
Wait, thank you. Whoa, Jesus. Thank you so much. Insomniac said in all caps, Nick, it doesn't matter. He pretended that Ethan was ducking him. Okay, so I don't know if Ethan said anything else, if there was any other conversations after the 10-day mark, but like, I don't really think this is a nuclear level argument that would be worth even engaging with, to be honest. I think that he's right to feel that way if it wasn't said explicitly that there'd be no rescheduling. That being said, though, I don't know why Ethan was even wasting his time on Vadim in the first place. I wouldn't give that guy 10 minutes of airtime. This just seems like this is like the folly of being too being too willing to engage with people who are complete undesirable losers. That's probably the best way to describe it. 4145. What is 4145? 4145.
You know what? The cowardly Klein, though. Oof, that shit hurt.
That probably hurts. All right. We gotta thank our sponsors
What's all the beep
today.
So yes. Anyway, Vadim, have enjoy your break there from me, and I wish you all the best.
Here's the thing, though. This is kind of similar to when like my chat was in here being like, "You should talk to J-Stock," when I had like fucking 6,000 viewers in here at the very beginning of like a major creator clash stream that we were doing. It's like Vadim's like, "Yeah, you're gonna let me call in right now to debate you, right?" It's like, guys, we just announced the fucking lawsuit. That's why everyone's here. Nobody gives a fuck about Vadim. Vadim's time is literally past. I can understand why he wouldn't take the call day of if it's not planned, but like, obviously the reason why they're here is to talk about the lawsuit. That's the point of the stream. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think you get to like brute force your way on to somebody to like this like a huge fucking stream. But yeah, I don't know. They had better things to talk about. It's like, hey guys, I know that we just sued these people and it's a huge fucking deal, but can we talk about the fucking Palestinian genocide going on for like the next 2 hours? Is that what we're into, right? Like, that's what we want to cover right now? Is that better? Do you like that more? Listen to Hila at 4140. Okay. 4140. I think we've seen this already. 4140.
You know what? The cowardly Klein, though. Oof, that shit hurt.
That probably hurts. All right. We gotta thank our sponsors
What's all the beep
today.
So
Dude, what's all the bees? True.
yes. Anyway, Vadim, have enjoy
Dude.
Your break there from me. And
I think she said beef, but we're gonna say it's bees, dude. It's bees. It's the bees. All right, that's the end of the segment. That's the updates. Now we're gonna check out the legality. All right, before we do all the lawyery stuff, I am going to run and do a bathroom break. And to do this, I'm gonna play Ethan Klein's entire YouTube channel on loop while I'm back, and then I'm gonna just leave my chair. Okay, that's the play. That's what we're gonna be doing here. Give me 2 seconds. Now we're going to talk about George. I wanted to show you this clip. Oh, it was a very popular tweet. I'm pretty fucking sad about it, if we're being honest. It's a big shame. I wanted to make it my new channel trailer. Clearly, the asked and answered. It's been fucking DMCA'd off my Twitter by Bad Empanada. Bad Emma Panda has called in the Gestapo to mow down my fucking dipshit live stream, I guess. I don't know. He didn't just strike me once. He struck me 3 times. In fact, that one's going to go down right as I'm talking about it, which is crazy. It was already down, but I hadn't scrolled that far. He filed 3 DMCAs on me for responding to parts of his video.
I am digging this CC stuff. Anissa contacted that Wade boxing guy, and he made another video.
So just to be clear what these clips are, because I'm not going to play it on my YouTube channel here, this clip was a 30-second clip of me showing his reaction to my URR intro. If you guys don't know, Bad Empanada has just recently published a video saying that I am like a rape reviewer or whatever, a rape reviewer. And the whole video, mind you, but while this guy is like lobbing legal shots at me by using DMCA to take my shit down, the whole video is just intrinsic trait attacks, which is extremely funny. It's literally like, here, he does a show called Ultimate Rape Review, and he is very fat. He's a very fat person, and he does Ultimate Rape Review. So the whole video is like breaking YouTube's TOS, which is extremely funny because he goes after me legally, but whatever. So he posts a 7-minute video, and the entirety of it is just like, yeah, literally, hey, look at this intro. Hey, he's trying to hide it. Hey, look, he's a fat guy. Bro. While I was taking a piss, I just saw the funniest thing ever. Holy fuck, dude, I have to include this. I have to show you this. Chat, have you seen how much money all of the women of Hassan Piker's community have collectively raised, chat? Have collectively raised. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Hold on. Wait. So what was it total? It's like under 100K. All right, dude. Does anybody here know the home arcade community? Is anybody here even slightly aware of the home arcade community? All right. There's a guy who goes by the name Glenn's Retro Show, and he sells like arcade things. Okay. He makes like the Star Wars controller. Okay. Ready? Glenn's Retro Show did a GoFundMe. It's not a GoFundMe. It's like a Kickstarter campaign. All right. So obviously they're expecting a product. It's not like a straight up donation. So it's not entirely the same. But he raised $245,000 in 7 minutes. I am not kidding. For a fucking Viper Venom arcade with rotating display and precision controls, this guy literally raised $245,000 towards his fucking Kickstarter. In $200,000 goal in 7 minutes is insane. I could not stop laughing. It's like, dude, people care more about getting a home arcade, dude, than they care about Palestine. Dude, I think this competes with the Palestine thing that they did. Again, those are charities that, like, they're not getting things back in return. But, like, that's kind of funny. Only 129 backers? Yeah, dude. Dude, people are fucking balling out. With 59 days to go, they blew past their goal. That's so funny. All right, let's get this show on the road. Here we go. I want to share an opinion here because a lot of people, I don't know, dude. Every time I tweet something on Twitter, somebody writes some shit like, do you think this completely other unrelated thing? And then I'm like, no. Why did you ask me that? Does anyone feel like that's how Twitter works? This isn't even the tweet that I was going to pull up, but this is like the one that I need to showcase. So a lot of people have been talking about, and I'm not going to spend a shitload of time on it tonight because I don't think there's enough information out, and it seems like a lot of people are misreporting this story. But people were talking about how a YouTuber committed suicide recently, the Save a Fox rescue person, Michaela Rains, unfortunately passed away. And we're doing this thing that we always do where like someone dies and then their entire personality online is their death for a couple of weeks, and then a couple of months, and then a couple of years, and then everyone references this person as like the poor victim, and I don't know. I don't like doing that. So my point, I saw this and I went, it's crazy that this person had like a snark subreddit. Supposedly now it's not even like a large snark subreddit, but it's weird how Twitch seemingly tried to crack down on a lot of this stuff in the past, but like some of these subs operate impunity. Like they just continue to go. Like Sam and Tolkien is down, right? The Hassan Piker snark subreddit is down, but you see the stuff that they write about me in like the Ethan Klein one, where it's like Nick's a fucking Nazi and like all this shit. It's like that stuff is, and I think that's all above board. I find that interesting. There is like, it's very selective at who's allowed to have like a snark account. So that was kind of all I was saying here. And then somebody writes, "Are you assigning responsibility of a woman's irrational and multifaceted suicide to a community that might have avoided getting involved with her charity IRL?" I'm like, what? No, that's not what that's not what I said. I just said it's interesting how Reddit doesn't like crack down on all the snark subs, only like some of the snark subs. So I wrote back and said, no, actually, I was saying that it's fascinating how Reddit will crack down on some snark subs, but like, I wrote this, I just copy and pasted the tweet. I was like, no, this is what I meant, and I just sent it again. And then he's like, that's fair, and I'm like, what do you mean it's fair? What are you talking about? That's what I said the first time, and then you asked me. I was like, what are you talking about? I sent him the same tweet again. And he gave me a different... Okay, that's not what was here. The one that I actually wanted to bring up, I guess, here... I was thinking about... This is like the real crux. I wish this was its own tweet. I'm so mad this is inside of a longer thread, because I think this tweet is really fucking important. But I wanted to talk more about like the lawsuit stuff, because that's going to be the bulk of the content tonight. And I thought this thread is pretty decent. I kind of wanted to explain it to people. Lawsuits and court rulings could potentially have scary consequences. This is my like disclaimer. I'm not pledging undying allegiance to suing every YouTuber on planet Earth right now, but I would like to talk about the mechanics of this. So I have to put this like preemptive paragraph here at the top so we can actually have a discussion of what I'm interested in. So yeah, lawsuits and court rulings could potentially have a scary consequence for us moving forward, but I find it really hard to empathize specifically with any of the streamers getting sued. Does anyone else kind of feel that way? Does anybody feel like it's hard to find any empathy? Not because you don't like Denims, not because you don't like Frogan, not because you don't like Kaceytron. These could be likable entities, right? This could be like, I feel like it would be similar if like XQC was getting hit.
The guy,
where some people seem to really like XQC. I don't.
Mr. Oreo.
Not a huge fan.
Thoughts on the Bigfoot eye videos? It's the perfect
Bigfoot
kind of
AI.
brain
I haven't
rot.
seen that.
Good OL Insta Reels. Also watch out for 111th 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, thank you so
Now
much
with potential
for
chocolate
mentioning
starfish
111. I'll
treats.
talk about Bobby in a second, but you've just saved my chat. You've hit the goal, so we're not going to review Bo Black's OnlyFans on stream. Thank you so much. But I do find it increasingly difficult to care about a Twitch streamer getting sued, because for years people have been complaining about reactions and stuff that like people were doing on Twitch. And Twitch is not like YouTube, where it's like the worst thing that happens is we listen to a little bit of music before the live stream. And I've argued why I think that's like different, but also could potentially be bad as well.
Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
They're ripping full television shows, listening to it for hours, not even trying to talk through it. It's not like they're just watching a movie and trying to give input as they go along. Like EFAP gets away with like watching certain stuff on stream and cutting it up well. But they'll sit there, they'll just watch the full film. And people are like, hey, please stop streaming all these TV shows. There's gonna be a problem here, right? And they just turn around and they're like, well, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be that big of an issue. Nothing's really happening to me. They keep going forward with it. And when it's a YouTuber's video, someone who's put hours, or I guess if anyone's put 5 minutes or 6 hours into the content or fucking 2 months, it doesn't really matter. It's a YouTube video that's being used as a lunch break or when somebody gets up and goes to the bathroom. And then when you have the audacity to complain about it, they get mad at their chat and they'll say some shit like, oh, what do you want me to react harder? Why don't you try making a better video? And it's like, the tools to provide these people defenses for their own content, the things that we have been saying for the last 5 years, if they had just been listened to at all and people made the slightest bit of effort, there'd be nothing here for Ethan to sue over. But instead, they got smug, they got rude, they acted like assholes. And eventually, like, as we were saying, somebody's going to come in and fucking blow up this whole thing and sue these fucking people. Now, I didn't know when I was saying that 5 years ago, it'd be Ethan Klein, right? But this is like an I told you so. It's weird, right? Because I'm caught in so many different loops here. I don't like YouTuber lawsuits.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
111th 2 will be 7-Eleven Mudahar's leaks.
Yeah. That's awful. Thank you. I'm caught in so many webs here. Like the hypocrisy hunting is going to be extremely difficult for me to navigate, because publicly I said that if a reactor doesn't react to your content, you should strike them. I said I'm against YouTuber lawsuits for the most part, depending on what the context is, right? And I've been telling these people that someone's going to come in and sue the fuck out of them if they keep doing what they're doing. In some way, shape, or form, all of these things are kind of happening at once right now. And these like, it's difficult to navigate, right? So again, you have to kind of see how it goes. We're going to watch lawyer stuff tonight. That might, I guess, kind of solidify my opinion one way or another, hopefully. But yeah, I put up this thread. YouTubers have complained and practically begged these Twitch streamers for years to just do the bare minimum. In return, they just give increasingly smug responses. The culture on Twitch allowed these guys to use YouTube content as their lunch breaks, bathroom breaks, without any permission or meaningful interaction with the material. It's comparable right now to what you're seeing with TikTok, right? Where TikTokers are getting fucking mad because people are exporting all their videos wholesale and they're posting them to YouTube, competing platforms, or in some cases, their own, right? Where they then have to like hire companies to rip all this content down because it's getting robbed and put on fucking Facebook. This happened to YouTubers for years too, by the way. Videos would get re-uploaded all over Facebook. I think that was one of the issues, one of those major players that Ethan targeted, right? That they were stealing content from small creators and republishing it to Facebook. I don't remember which one specifically that was. On Twitch, people watch full TV shows and movies while collecting ad revenue and donations. One of these people is Kaceytron, just to be clear. That's like somebody. And yeah, that's the other part to this too. Because you could say, well, the companies aren't doing anything about it. Well, they weren't doing anything about music for a while too. But when you have somebody on here who is collecting advertiser revenue to restream stolen content, it's kind of a signal flare. Now, I guess this is partially like pre-2022 fear-mongering shit that I don't really like anymore. And like, it's a little different when a YouTuber is the guy to come in and sue them. But I mean, it's still the same result, right? So I posted this one. I read this to you last stream. This was the email that was sent to me about Twitch. I did a bit more research, and I found out when YouTube made the same problem, like what year it was. And you can research this yourself, right? When I think about Twitch as a platform, I oftentimes look back to a truly absurd email I received back in 2021. This is the email we reviewed last stream. It's the one where they said, hey guys, yeah, we got about 1,000 individual claims from music publishers. We didn't see this coming. Now, this didn't come in 2005. This didn't come in 2007. This didn't come in 2015. This was May 28th, 2021. Big Music decided to come in and start hitting all these streamers who just fucking blast Drake on their show, on their fucking shit, right? And they didn't have any infrastructure on the back end to even engage with it. So people were deleting VODs to try to like protect themselves from getting struck, because a new automated system came out from one of these publishers, right, to find out which things to do and file DMCAs. And then Twitch would keep the links up on the back end that creator wouldn't even be able to access, but you know who could access it? Those companies. So they were striking shit creators thought they had literally deleted because Twitch didn't build out their copyright infrastructure. And they told us other stuff here. They're like, hey, please, for the love of God, learn about DMCA. Learn about this shit.
Thank you for the $5.
We'll give you creator camp sessions to teach you how to not steal content, right? A DMCA guidelines. Now, on YouTube, this would never happen. I do not expect... It would be extraordinarily rare for my intro song to get my entire stream struck down because YouTube created something interesting. It's called Content ID. YouTube got sued by like Viacom and other organizations in 2007, and it took years for them to.
I just saw Keffel's tweet.
And I think before
Nicholas
2007. No, either that or they were paying out for a while. Basically, over the course of 2007 to 2018, that's multiple years before Twitch created their, sent out this email that I'm quoting right now, right?
This video.
YouTube created Content ID, and that's the system we have in place today, where if you're a YouTube creator, you can go into Studio, you can see all the people who posted your content. It allowed all these companies then to gain access and file copyright claims and do ad revenue splits, and they put all this stuff together so these guys didn't come in and just strike down the entire fucking channel, destroy the entire streaming ecosystem. Now, obviously, YouTube was already in a lawsuit, and then things came out, and they were like, oh, there's like 150,000 hours of stolen content on YouTube, but they made these mistakes in 2007. Why was Twitch making them fucking almost like 15 years later? What's happening? Why was Twitch still allowing this to occur? Why are they begging their content creators to go out here and learn about what fucking fair use is in 2021? And you guys didn't see this coming? We talk a lot about how the sponsor war kind of sucks and people calling out sponsors kind of sucks. But like, why is Twitch allowing people to just get on there and fucking promote terrorists and like ship hijackings and stuff? And then the solution to that is to demonetize political content instead of just like send a 2-day ban, a 24-hour, just some sign of life that shows that they want to enforce their terms of service fairly across the site, and hit their golden child for maybe not a Sunday afternoon ban. So they get a nice Monday off or something right before they go on vacation, right? Just a little bit of effort probably would have gone a long way. If Frogan was checked 2 or 3 times, maybe she wouldn't have been harassed as much. I think a lot of the harassment that Frogan receives is partially because she never gets hit for anything. People are upset that their favorite content creator can get struck for fucking 30 days for calling somebody fat. Now, obviously, that was pulled back down. But Frogan can say, like, literally a straight up line from the TOS, right? The fucking PTSD line about veterans who are protected class by Twitch's own TOS and in general, right? That goes unpunished for Frogan. But you call somebody fat, it's a 30-day ban. But a girl pops her nipple out for the 400th time because Twitch guys really Twitch moderators really love their girls, okay? You'll have one person get banned 14 times 24 hours because they either intentionally or unintentionally popped a nipple out on camera. There's no consistency here at all whatsoever. Why are jokes getting hit for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, months, never coming back at all in some cases? I remember there was one guy who like broke a keyboard over his head, right? Didn't he get like permabanned or something? There's no consistency with the bans at all whatsoever. There's no effort to try to help or I guess push their creators in a good direction. And that's how you get to the position that you're in. Now, it's unfortunate that a YouTuber is launching this, but I think this was ultimately where we were going to end up. On May 28th, 2021, Twitch fired off a panic email begging their users to learn about copyright and saying they were caught off guard by automated content claims. YouTube created Content ID after a lawsuit to tackle a growing copyright problem on its site over a decade before Twitch sent me this email. And in the email, this is like the craziest part, they're promising a future feature as the ability to unpublish a VOD. Maybe I think that might have been launched already. View your strike count and strike notifications and creator dashboards. Dude, I feel like I've been watching YouTubers for 20 years tell me that YouTube's copyright system is broken, and it's not. It's a huge scam. YouTube's copyright system works fairly well, if I gotta be honest. It's probably the best it could possibly be. You know who YouTube's copyright system isn't working well for? The guy who's worried about his channel getting fucking deleted. That's probably the guy who's upset about it. But in general, for about 99% of content creators, YouTube copyright system is fine. And you can abuse it, but the problem with abusing the copyright system is because of like the laws that are in place and what YouTube has to do to maintain safe harbor. That's not something with YouTube's copyright system. That's write your congressman. That's the issue there. It's like, why do you have to dox yourself to file a... You know why you're doxing yourself when you file a counter notification? Because you're sending your information to somebody so they can fucking sue you. That's why. Because when you file a counter notification, you're like creating a legal proceeding, or you're I guess you're like the what is it called when the bull starts running at you? You're holding the red flag and you're saying, come get me. That's what that is. You have to provide that information so they can sue you. That's unfortunately just how a copyright dispute works, and they're forced to get that information out of you. But Twitch, on the other hand, has like the worst copyright system ever. It doesn't seem like they put really any effort into fixing it or educating their creators. I don't think a creator summit in 2021 is really the solution. I think they probably should have been doing this from the beginning. They should be banning people for breaking their TOS more often. And I'm not talking permanent bans. I'm not saying that Hassan, Denims, and Frogan need to be permanently banned from Twitch, and that's what would like satisfy me. No, I think that they need to be checked for the last couple of years. So that would like go, oh, okay, that's something we're not allowed to do on the site, right? That's something they needed to do a lot sooner. I genuinely think that Twitch and what it's allowed to do is pretty fucking bad for the entire content creator landscape. I've been saying that there would be huge lawsuits eventually that could threaten all content creators for literal years, and the response from those streamers has been, you want me to react harder? Why not make better content? So I guess that's kind of where my head's at right now. That's where I am about a day into covering this. It's just like, we've given these people all of the correct criticism. We have told them everything they would need to do to avoid the position that they're in. They didn't want to listen. They threw it back in our face, and now there's a ruling here that's going to be coming eventually if this thing goes to trial, right? If this thing goes to court. Obviously, something is filed now at this point. I don't know if anyone intends on settling. But this is the expected outcome. So yeah, that's kind of that. Pull up Twitch TOS. I mean, you could do a whole stream going through Twitch TOS and just talking about all the stuff that these people just constantly break without any punishment at all whatsoever. It's like the approved boys club or girls club of what they're allowed to say. Now, all right, in a lighter note, I wanted to update you that Bo Blacks will be releasing an OnlyFans, chat. You want to see more? All right, you want to see more? Bo Black's will be putting out a new OnlyFans soon. I'm super excited for this. This is gonna be great. I'm not gonna. If anyone sends me anything from this, I'm gonna block you on every form of social media you have. I might even sue you. It's like lawsuit season. I might fucking sue you. Apparently, Bo Black's changed his profile picture. It's the one where he's like
I just saw
fisting mayonnaise or something.
Nicholas
on the Mayo Monkey channel.
Appreciated the shout.
I don't read tweets, but I might read a post from X every once in a while. And is making a new OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/BoBlacks, dude. And I saw this recently. If you guys, we haven't really looked into Gaming Otter, but that was the guy that we briefly checked out on the previous stream. And this is an email that was sent to tipsterlive.gg. Tipster, I've been a fan of Nick, the Gaming Otter, for a long time, and I demand that you stop making videos full of lies about him. Nick is a good guy, but he's in a bad spot right now. If you're not going to help him out, then get lost. Bo Blacks and Nick are good friends and have been for years. Just because you haven't seen them together before doesn't mean they're not friends. And by the way, in an actual fucking opportunity to talk about Etika in a non-suicide related context, didn't he blast this Gaming Otter guy? Didn't Etika like thoroughly fucking embarrass this guy publicly? I would love to watch that clip. I'm pretty sure that happened. Yeah. Yeah. Also, you say the Gaming Otter is obsessed. You made over 6 hours of videos on him. If anyone is obsessed, it's you. You will stop making videos on him, or else you will regret it. Regards, your worst nightmare. So that's cool. That's funny. Holy shit. Winning at life is better than winning an internet debate. And I agree with this statement. I just don't know what the reference is for. I don't know where the winning was. This was what I was talking about when I said that there were found footage Bigfoot sightings of Josh at fucking... Where is that? Is that the Hilton? Oh, funny VidCon thing real quick. I went to VidCon and I tried to get into the building and I walked up and it was some basketball event. I don't know if VidCon's not doing so hot, but they were sharing the fucking convention center with some like indoor basketball league or something. And I was like, where the fuck is VidCon? And they're like, oh, you got to go all the way around to the other side of the building. Dude, they got a fucking sighting.
Love you, buddy.
Meanwhile, that guy went and tweeted this immediately. Jesus. Oh, and I did notice the reason why we showed that one is because we did actually get Bo Blacks to shave. Bo Blacks finally did it, chat. We're gonna have to give a round of applause here. Bo Blacks finally got the facial hair off. We're looking good here. There we go. That's AI. No, Bo Black shaved. I have to... Honestly, we say a lot of fucked up shit about Bo Blacks, but the pubic hair is off his face, so I wanted to give him a big congratulations. What do you mean, no? Is that not... That's fine. That's good, right? Bo Blacks hasn't shaved in like 4 years. I'm just giving them the credit that they're due. This was a fun... I didn't have this one. Apparently Aiden watched this the other day.
I want to talk with him more. Can I tell you?
I'm telling you right now, the losing of the facial hair is a good move. This is good news, Mark.
Like, when I saw you, I started crying. Really? Like, I hated this convention. I just hated it. I hated every minute.
What the fuck is happening? Dude, somebody walked up to Bo Black sobbing, apparently. That's the Gaming Otter guy. Why does the Gaming Otter guy sound like he's fucking, like, 21 and look like he's 40? You know what he kind of looks like? He looks like a fusion of Ethan... No, he looks like a fusion of Keemstar and Andy Worski. You see it? You kind of, like, see the hair part, but, like, the beard part. It's like, it's a fusion. It's like the Batara.
I want to talk with him more. Can I tell you, like, when I saw you, I started crying. Really? Like, I hated this convention. I just...
Like, I see Andy Worski when I look at this guy. I don't hear Andy Worski, but I see him.
Hated it. I hated every minute of it. And then you showed up and it was like, oh my God, someone I know. And then just like, what the... And you're probably like, oh my God, Nick, you're like a nobody. Get the I was kind of just walking around trying to find stuff to do too because I'm having a long...
By the way, the worst thing that people try to do with VidCon is create content. I know that's probably counterproductive, but I don't know when you could possibly have time to, like, maybe an IRL streamer, sure. Maybe that's the pass. But dude, I could never. You only get 3 days out there. You want to spend it fucking doing YouTube videos?
Who the fuck sees Bo Blacks approaching and just starts crying? It just starts crying tears of joy. Oh my god, Manshee's in the building. VidCon is saved. How much of a fucking, like, sad, pathetic loser do you have to be?
Aiden kind of went off here. I don't like Aiden, so I'm going to cut him short, but I think he did pretty good in that clip. All right, this is a quick update, because I've realized there are no half measures. I can't just talk about the future of re-upload archival VOD channels without fucking actually holding a position on it. So we're going to talk about this real quick. I don't know if you're going to like this one. I don't really care, to be honest. This is just kind of explaining the future of what we're doing here. So currently, this is right before the segment. We're doing this very briefly and we're moving on. Currently, right now, full VODs are gone. You don't have them. You're not getting access to them.
Nicholas!
We weren't getting access to them.
Thank you for the $5.
But all of the things in the VODs, with the exception of, I think, we've deaded one segment, I think, for the past year and a half. We've deaded one segment. So all of that stuff gets reposted within days. In some cases, maybe a month later, if it's like on a, I think I was like holding for VidCon or something like that. But these VODs are all publicly available. They're just publicly available in chunks, and that's like the content this channel posts. It's not like we're like highly editing these clips or whatever, and that there's stuff being lost to time. Unless you're like a connoisseur of every breathing sound or chair squeak in the background that I can see when I'm cutting through it, you're getting every piece of this content. It's all being posted. That being said, there are channels, and I've hand selected this one because of the name, like Jeffrey Epstein's Chimp Island, who is posting every single stream or whatever. Not every single one, but there are other ones who are posting literally every single stream. Every time I open my shit, somebody has reposted full VODs of every single thing. And look, I don't think this is like cutting into my income. I don't think this is a huge problem. In the future, it could be. But the reality of the situation is I don't like this. I've specifically mentioned it multiple times. I've given 0 people permission to publish entire videos or whatever, entire streams on their channels. So here's what's going to happen. I understand there's a market that wants to watch these things. I don't like that they're being posted before my video that is competing with me. I'm not a huge fan of that. I probably would care even less, and I wouldn't even really go into it. I'm not giving, this isn't permission, but if this was posted on like an archive site, or like a third world YouTube thing where you want to put it there, I give everyone permission to download this stuff. That's not a problem either. But the fact is, it's literally on the same site competing with my own content. And I don't think there's a single streamer on planet Earth that would allow this to go on as long as I have. So what I'm going to be doing, and maybe this is what they wanted, I'm going to be making the VODs. I think this is the first one we're going to do it for tonight. After the 1-day unlisted period, I'm not privating them anymore. They're going to go to members only. And they're now paywalled content. That being said, that changes nothing for you. If you watch the content the way we do all the time, I'm going to be posting all these segments publicly. It's no issue. If you are a member of the channel and you want to keep watching after the full day where I leave the VODs up, you now have the ability to do that. That's something that I will be doing moving forward. I'm not privating anything on this channel. And if you're not a member and you don't want to pay, that's more incentive for you to come to the stream, because constantly we are getting gifted subs that are coming through, and you are going to have an opportunity to get it that way. Because gifted subs come through all the time. People absolutely can get in here all the time. I don't think it's a crazy paywall. I'm not doing that part for money. What I'm doing is I'm establishing that this is my content on my channel. It's no longer in need of an archive. I'm not going to go start striking these archival channels today. I don't know when I will.
I always do the possible.
But I want to do it in a way that's not fucked up. A lot of these streamers who do this stuff with like full re-upload VODs and strikes and shit like that, well, they'll hire these companies that don't care about fair use, and they hit fair use videos, and that's a whole fucking headache. I know. First of all, just to be clear, I have no problem with people reacting to my content. Honestly, I'll give straight up permission. If you want to make YouTube shorts of my stuff, you can do that with impunity. Permission to you. Go for it. Post it wherever the fuck you want. Now and forever, unrevoked. Okay? If you want to do that, go feel free. I'm talking about straight rips. Ripped it down, put it right back on YouTube. I don't like that. So,
is this really lolly?
What I'm going to do is a month from now, I'm going to reach out to these specific channels, kind of explain this to them privately, and then about a week later, I will then look to hit one video on these channels to let them know that I'm actually doing it. And I'm not going to strike a video. I'm going to hit it so it gives them 7 days to take it down. I don't want to harm anyone's channel. I don't want to damage anyone's fucking YouTube thing. But I don't want
Nicholas DeOrio,
market substitute shit flowing on the site. And I think it's my fucking right to do that, right? That's the play. So that's what we're doing. And that's kind of what I mentioned here. So someone said, like, Nick mentioned in his past streams not liking there are full archives of streams for his content. I get wanting to trim the segments later. It rubs me the wrong way, I guess, since there's so much commentary is reacting to archives of other people's content. Again, an archive of something can exist, and you can archive my content if I don't post it. Like, if you want to post my segment where I watched, for example, I never posted the entire segment where I watched, what's his name? Cameron's video. I wouldn't touch that. I have no problem with you putting shit up that I have no intention of posting. But if it's the stuff that's on my channel right now, or if it's the stuff that's coming on my channel in 3 days, it's kind of a fucking inconvenience. It's not, there's no need for an archive of publicly available content. So that's really the argument. Yeah. Wang, thank you for the 20 gifted. So I feel like this is fine. I feel like this is not a huge deal. I'm sure I'll find out in the next couple of days.
Really lolly?
But I'm trying to give these people every opportunity to just take the shit down without having to, I guess, do anything about it. But yeah, I'm giving them every opportunity.
Really lolly?
Like, the earliest I fucking go after any of these people in particular would have to be like over a month from now. So. Hi, Future Nick here. This segment came out kind of late. I edited this basically just for posterity. We're already doing this. So yeah, if you're a new member of the channel, or if you're an old member of the channel, you now have access to the VODs 24 hours after the stream ends. They will be members only. Previously, they were privated, so this isn't like me gating stuff that I was giving away before for paywall. Now, this is stuff that I was not giving you that I am now giving you. Otherwise, if you're a regular viewer without a membership, your mileage will be the same. Also, one of the people who reposted most of my VODs has already unlisted them without me even having to reach out. Thank you to that person. Obviously, the intention here that I clarified on my Discord and stuff is not to target like clips, like commentary aids, or critical videos, or I mean, whatever they're gonna have you believe. It's basically just because like people are posting full uncut VODs of content that is readily available on the channel. Although they don't have a shitload of views right now, realistically, I have to address stuff like that. Otherwise, it'll become a larger issue in the future. So just being proactive about it. Thank you to everybody who's complied. Obviously, the intention is to not harm anybody's channel, or basically do anything I can to not strike somebody would be like the play here. And I appreciate those who, I guess, are cool about it. Realistically, I feel like a lot of these people were posting these VODs because they're fans of the channel and maybe they wanted access to the stuff earlier. And hopefully now this is a good compromise for everybody where I am making those available. And I'm not giving people permission to post on other sites, but I'm not actively policing fucking random ass sites, specifically the one that I use and make money on and post my content to. I'd prefer you not try to compete with me with content that you don't own. It would be cool. I don't know. I feel like this is reasonable. If it's not, I apologize, but we'll see what happens. Also, I had people asking me about archives of like the Twitch streams from 2023 and stuff, and I just want to be very clear. I'm talking about content that is on this channel, so not the Cameron segment or not the streams that happened on Twitch, or stuff that's an archive is an archive. People are like, Nick DeOrio striking archives. Yeah, no, the content that's on my fucking channel right now that I'm reposting within 2 to 3 days of the segment ending is not that's not an archive. You can't post an archive of something that quite literally already exists on this channel and have that treated the same as something that's been removed by uploader or something that's difficult to find. My defense of archives was always hinged on like it's useful for content creators, and I think that like archives are good because it keeps people accountable for things that they've tried to delete in the past. This stuff is not deleted. these are my segments that we post. I think people kind of grasping at straws on that one, so that's the only thing I'll say.